drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo. We are in the building.
Let's
You
go.
already know what it is. The bearded one in the building.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's do it.
Let's go. You already know what it is, man. With that being said, we are here. Sorry for the tardiness. But we are in the building. In the building. Ah, what a day, what a day, what a day.
We ain't bullshitting about that, kid.
Yeah. But we are here, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is, man. We apologize for the tardiness, but we are in the building.
Factory.
And today's question is, is BMW's the new muscle car now? They out here talking greasy.
I don't know, son. They might be. They
Hell
might
no.
be. I mean, they might. All right. As we all know, it's a new era outside, man, when it comes to these autos, man.
That's a fact.
That I'm not, me particularly, is not too much of a fan of, but it's here.
Facts.
It's here. And to answer that question, son, they might be on the horizon.
Sales. Shout out to my guy Sales. My guy Sales said he's checking in poolside from Mexico.
Let's go, yo. Sales, son, he's playing a
living the
different
life.
game.
He's
playing a
living the
different
life.
game. He is. 100%.
He's living the life. Shout out to my guy.
I ain't mad at him, son.
He's living the ultra life.
That's fact. That's what it is, though.
I hear him loud and clear.
Absolutely,
I'm telling you, I hear him loud and clear. But with that being said, now continue on. I don't know, kid.
I mean, so when you, again, let the people know, when you ask that question, are you meaning like how it was in the 70s? Like one of those, or like modern muscle car now?
I mean,
or is it the brute force they putting down? Because you know they come all-wheel drive twin turbo now, so
yes.
And they making wild power and apparently are underrated.
Apparently are underrated.
So I think they are. So I think they have turned a different leaf when it comes to this horsepower game.
You think so?
100%, son. 100%. 100%.
I don't know, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When they came out, when they dropped the E39 M5, that was crazy. That was like a little over 400, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or 400 on a dime, and that was good. That was great.
Right. I loved it.
That was fantastic, son.
Shout out to Jessica. What's good? She said,
Let's
"What's
go.
up, Pop the Bearded One SI? We in the building.
Let's go.
We appreciate you early."
And if I'm not even mistaken, the European E36 even made about like 330 or something like that. They made a lot of power, and it was lightweight. I think BMW has always been like the hidden power type of V. Because remember that E36.
Hell no. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean interrupt. Guys.
Think about it though. Even that E36, right?
Uh-huh.
Over here, it made only like 300 or something like that. But it really made like 330 or something crazy like that. It made a lot of power, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but they was making a lot of power, son. In such a light body. I don't know, son.
I'm not buying it, bro. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because I know we got some BMW owners that like to tune in. We want to listen.
Yeah.
Saw something on the internet the other day, and it took me for a loop. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? They're converting and using automatic. Well, not automatic. I mean, it is automatic, but
yeah.
They're using American parts in these transmissions. Kid.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. I nearly like fell out the chair just now. I can't believe that.
Yes.
I ain't gonna front. I do not believe that, son. I'm not even buying that. However, he may be on to something, because you got people out here doing engine swaps, dropping American engines in European cars, all kind of craziness, Japanese engines in European cars. So it could be true.
Japanese engines in European cars. Woof.
Yeah, that's greasy.
Shout out to everybody tuned in. Don't forget,
know,
drop a like and drop where you are, man. So we can shout you out, man. It is definitely sound like it's about to go haywire in here, kid. But what really drove us to this topic was, obviously, you got a BMW. Shout to M Life that just recently ran 8.5.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculously fast. I remember when we first started. If your car was a 10-second car, you was off the hook.
I still think you're off the hook with a 10 seconds.
8.5 is like, you know how much work goes. But now, according to every other BMW owner and every other BMW guy on YouTube and the internet and all over the world, all you got to do is put a tune and Bob's your uncle, like tune a turbo or this and this in the tune, and we make it so much power, and it's like
transmission laying on the floor,
right? And that's the funny part. But that's what makes me have to ask this question. Like, we got a lot of people that are sitting here saying, it is what it is. So with that being said, are they the new muscle car?
Damn.
Are they the new king of the throne?
Ooh, I think that's a real good question though, because again, like I said, it's like I think the turning point though. The turning point was when they dropped the V8 and the M3.
Right.
And they started twin turbo in the M5s and M6s, son.
Oh, yeah.
With the V. I think that's when
yes.
They was like, yo, hold on, son.
We on to something.
They putting out even more. Because don't get me wrong. For me, the holy grail M5 and M6 is the V10 joint.
Yes.
Holy grail.
Holy grail.
But when they started twin turbo V8 in them joints, though, son, that was a game changer.
Shout to my guy, Daryl Gore, just in the building, baby.
Let's go, Daryl. That's what it is.
So my thing has to be, when it comes down to it, right? Are you buying that they are faster for cheaper?
I don't think you can ever put those in the same sentence.
And if you can't, then you can't say they're a muscle car, right?
Oh snap, you're right. Because muscle car whole thing was more power for less.
Right.
Yeah, you got a point.
The whole point of muscle car, and this is why I laugh at a lot of these guys. They ain't doing nothing but just showing that it's a money game. And if that's what it is, then that's what it is. I know that's not my lane.
Yeah.
And I stay out of that lane. You feel what I'm saying? But you can't really say that they dominate in the scene when it's really going to be up to the person who got money. Because let's keep it a buck, right? We talking about, let's say, like you said, they started turbocharging M3s. But what if you put that same amount of money in a Hellcat? We have yet to see that.
That's very accurate, huh?
Because at the end of the day, a lot of dudes,
very accurate.
They getting Hellcats, they getting Demons, and that's just it. They like, I got 1,000, I'm good. Nah, you still driving a stock car. Now, if you put them cars up stock for stock, they don't stand a chance.
Damn.
And that was always the thing with Honda. Why nobody respected Honda.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Because you got to swap an engine and this, that, and the third. And now all of a sudden, BMWs ain't, they making power off there. Yeah, but y'all swapping transmissions, though.
Damn. All type of components.
Come on, bro.
So I got to ask you, right? I hope this is not too sidetracked for everybody out there. So do you believe that how you come from the factories where the truth is at, or after you do the work or you do a swap, that's when you get to start
so I'll be the first to say, right?
Yeah.
I have gotten to the point in my automotive life where if you could get something with a great power plant off the rip, shout to my guy Aaron Raw, he's in the building. If you could get something with a great power plant, then why would you want to start lesser than that? Give me a reason why. Because the aftermarket supports it more. Well, the whole point of it is starting with something with a good power plant. The reason
I would think so.
The reason Hondas took off the way they were because they was accessible. They was there, and Honda left a lot to be imagined with some of the things that they was able to do. You was able to swap parts, but still remain in Honda. You was able to get the bigger engine. You was able to get, you know what I'm saying? And then once the aftermarket really started to get their hands on it, it was like, Hassport. Now they making they making the engine mounts, they making the shift linkages, they making the wire harnesses. Then you got all kind the K K-Tune.
Yeah.
You have so many different companies now.
I think what happened, like one of the things. What happened?
You're gonna get them N54 boys hype.
I think what happened with Honda, like not for nothing, I feel like they always was great cars, but people I feel like they pinned them against different or better vehicles out of his class. Think about if you pinned it against a car in this class, it was gonna finish it.
What's that?
A Honda. Let's say like a give me an example. Give me
Toyota.
All right, cool. Okay, for instance, right? Like a GTR, right?
Yes.
Not a GTR, pardon me. It's GSR Integra versus like a Celica at that time.
Yes.
The GSR was gonna murder it though.
Yes.
Until you're talking about like the oil track one, that's a whole different story. That's when you get the Type R to come out.
Right,
that's a little different, right?
But I hear you though.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I feel like people pin them against different cars, maybe out of his class, and didn't really pin him to cars in his class. Maybe that's where the respect thing kind of got lost until you, like you said, until you start doing wild work.
Right.
I don't know. So I think that's very interesting.
So the reason now it just, like I said, it makes you wonder. So now if you're sitting here and you're like, yo, BMWs is dominating the street now.
Mm-hmm.
Are they really?
It's a good one, son.
Are they really, or is it really just a couple of them that's making some power? I gotta ask, because the more I look around and I look in the street, and I'm like, yo, first off, the BMWs at one point became the new Honda. Damn. Because they was everywhere. And then we talked about like how certain car brands, because of their drivers, it just turn you off. And BMW was always one of them to me.
Damn, that's real.
You know what I mean? After a while, it was the Charger. You get turned off because every time you turn around, you see a Charger doing something stupid. You start to associate silly activity with the car instead of what the car is capable of doing.
Factory.
Infinity is another one. G35. Oh, yo, G35, G37, with the exhaust and the burble tone. Here we go.
Yeah.
Start hating it.
Damn.
And somewhere along the line, Honda was able to work under the radar.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now they got cars that are, to me, worth it now.
Who?
Type R, Type S, Honda.
I personally feel like Honda always had cars that was worth it, son. Like we just ain't. I feel like we didn't compare them correctly.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? I think they didn't compare. But now, like you said, they playing a different game too, though.
Right.
But to kind of go back to what you're saying about the whole BMW thing, yeah, when they dropped that 335, though, it was a Reynolds wrap.
Yes.
It was a Reynolds wrap, though.
Yes. It was like, oh.
This is what I'm saying. So I think that car kind of really started their whole, you know what I'm saying, upheaval.
I'm
telling you, son.
I love the vernacular.
Let's go.
So with that being said, this is the kind of conversation we having today, and we're gonna make sure we put that question at the bottom. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
Let's
go.
We
rocking with y'all, man. Don't forget, shout us out, man. Shout you out too, wherever you are, man. Shout yourself out. Drop your name in the comments, and we're gonna shout you out, man. It is definitely been one of those mornings this morning, but this is why we love it, man. We're early. So
absolutely.
With that being said, I want to shout out to Aaron Raw.
Let's go.
He's in the building. Shout to my guy Darryl George. He's in the building.
Let's make it happen.
Shout to my guy Sales.
He in Mexico. Let's go.
He's in Mexico, but in the building.
Let's go.
And shout to Jessica Grandy.
Let's do it.
He's in the building. You see, we got people tuned in. Don't forget, drop your name in the comments so we can shout you out. With that being said, we're going to move on further with this show because we got a whole lot in store for you. So with that being said, here we go. Now, you tuned in last week. We had a little bit of a show for you right there. It was definitely good. We actually got a lot of conversation over.
We did.
Talked about a lot of different things. And we like to bring up a lot of different topics here at Rally Radio. Not necessarily automotive, but everything automotive. And those that affect things that are automotive. But we had a couple other things that we was talking about that was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
What you got? You got anything?
Yeah, I got a little recap for them out there. Not for nothing though. The better one took me for a spin when he said this one, or when we talked about it. He told me the actual reason behind it. The Chevy Blazer EV had to stop sales immediately.
Stop sale immediately.
So what happened was, I think what was it like? It was like journalists or what have you.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
I'm sorry. Wait. Shout to Aaron. He said, yo, that Type R saved your image.
Damn.
Yo, because I had to do something. And not only that, I couldn't get the Hellcat.
Damn, son.
I said, I refuse to buy this car auto. First off, I won't be happy with it. and neither will y'all.
That's a fact, though, right? That's a fact.
Continue on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what happened was this journalist had bought this Chevy Trailblazer, and they took it for a drive.
Mm-hmm.
But the Trailblazer so happened to get them stuck. It wouldn't start back up.
Hilarious.
So they had to stop sales on all Chevy Blazers.
I love it.
I think that's crazy right there. See, I thought it was a recall. I still feel like it's probably gonna be a wild recall down the line. Watch.
Of course.
It's bad, son.
But you know what?
What's that?
That's what happens when you buy these cars, man.
That's true. And not for nothing, though. The Blazer itself had a rocky start. And it does not seem like it's getting any better, son.
Nah, sir.
I mean, you know, they also say how they're not ready for this type of move, and they just pushing them to it. Son. It's like, you ever watch those movies? Yeah, they hustling you, right? You ever watch the movie, right? When you get like somebody's getting back down towards the cliff, and there's number water on the other side.
Right.
And that's what's going, son.
So like they fighting.
Yeah.
And all you see is they fighting, and there's water behind them, and they ain't winning.
Son, they not winning.
Black Panther. Remember, he was getting whipped out in the beginning. Yo,
that's a fact.
Y'all like Black Panther on the cliff, like
Son.
the set.
He said, "Show them who you are."
Yeah,
that's crazy.
But that right there that's a prime example. You got things that listen. There's a reason why they doing a recall. Cats be acting like it ain't happening.
Nah, it's a fact, B. That's a whole fact right there, man. And that's the crazy part about it, yo.
But you know,
it's like, why put these things out?
But that's why Rally Radio is here.
Factory. Absolutely.
We are here.
Another good one I got right here. What happened now? So
shout out to my guy Aaron. He said, if you got that cat, you'd have been branded. That's a fact. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop your name in the comments so we can shout you out. I would have been branded, kid. And that's why I love the Type R. Let me tell you. To me, the Type R is more refined for what I want to do. Don't get me wrong. I still want a Hellcat, though. Manual, though. I will not settle.
But why not just get the auto, though?
You serious? Wait, what? I got to stop the music. Okay, we stopping the music. Stopping the music. I come up through here with an automatic Hellcat.
Yeah.
I might as well have a wheelchair in it, too. I might as well have a wheelchair in it, man.
Yo, but I'm saying you making all the power. That's what people care about.
Nah. What's going on? Oh, let's go. Here, sit down.
Oh,
sit down.
Y'all in the building.
I'm like,
yeah,
have a seat. Yo, we got some people in here, and we got some. Oh,
that's a fact.
Listen.
Nah. This little Ford joint.
Oh, we got people with us today. We got people with us today. Yeah, sit on down. So y'all got room over there?
We got room. We got some room. We good.
All right, cool.
Yeah, let the two beds sit.
Let's go. Let's go. We got our special guest in the building, aka
Let's
Dr.
go.
Phil.
Let's go.
My God. Let's make sure we turn y'all mics on.
Yeah, factory.
There you go. Yellow, bong. And what you got? Green?
Yeah, you got green over there.
Bong. With that being said, I love it when we get guests, man. We get people that tune in.
Let's go.
Shout the mark. So I couldn't shout the mark on the mark photography. I could not settle for automatic Hellcat. That just sounds wow.
But it's all about the horsepower, isn't it? Isn't that where we at?
Listen.
It's not all about the horsepower.
Listen.
That's what people make it out to be. I don't know.
Let me give Dr. Phil his room because we already know what he's about to say. I hear it already. Shout to Dr. Phil. Shout to my guy Rolando Black.
Let's go.
Yo, it's Wings Liddy, aka Mr. Black, aka.
Wait. One more time.
Yo, it's your boy Wings Liddy. No government names right now.
Facts. Apologies.
Nah, it's all good. AKA
Apologies.
Blacks, aka your best drinker, aka Classy and Panache.
Let's go.
Classy and panache. We're gonna get out of class.
Now it's smooth.
Get that on the name tag.
Factory.
I known this man for like 20 years now, and I have never heard him being called classy and panache.
He said I have
One singular time, ever.
That's wild.
That is hilarious.
And it starts.
So look, and we're off. So we got a couple questions. First off, like I said, we was in the middle of talking about what were we talking about just now? We're talking about the automatic Hellcat.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't do it.
But it's about the power, though.
It's about more than that. I said, Joe, you know what? If I do this, I'm not gonna be totally happy. I'm not.
I can see why.
Yeah,
because it's not a real sports car.
Oh, he's taking shots.
I mean, the salesman
he
was.
bought the spirits and he's taking shots. Let's go.
But I gotta tell you though, the salesman was like, he believed you would have been good with that though. When they say you got the autos on the deck, I don't know.
So okay, here was the thing. He just was trying to get a car at the building because he could see the hunger. I was hungry. I came in there. Shout to my wife.
Let's go.
I came in with wifey. Like, yeah, this happening. I'm gonna need you to drive the other car home. Like that's what it was. It was. I was signing in blood. I was about to prick my finger. Go for mine, yo. Yeah. And when he said to me, "Oh, it doesn't look like we have man," because I was building it. It's not like I was buying one there. I was building it. Yeah. So I already did it on the computer. I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go. He lined up everything. He said, "Listen, I'm trying to do the manual option and it won't let me." I was like, "I will keep trying, fam." He calls his manager over. His manager, he's like, "Yo, listen, we having trouble with the manual side." Shout to my guy Marlon. He said, "This coming from the man who says if it ain't manual, it ain't right."
Facts.
If y'all can't tell, I'm only being silly at this point. I know damn well he ain't getting no automatic one.
Damn well. But so we in the building and I'm sitting there and I'm like, "So you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, it looks like we can't do it. It's not an option, but we could get you a manual scat pack." So they was doing manual scat packs. And you know what? They tried to charge me almost the same price. I said, "Oh, now y'all wild."
That don't even make no sense.
I said, so wait, 500, 480, because all 485
or something like that.
I said, so y'all still trying to charge me the same? Because the sticker price was crazy. Like I said, I was signing in blood. Yeah. Because at that point, we was up there about 80. I was about like 82,000 because I had put everything on. Yeah. I went all the way. From the brass monkey wheels, everywhere.
Just
all the way.
Every option button.
Let's go. He said, "Do you want this?" I was looking like Chili Willy, like, He said, "You want the brass monkey wheel?" You want the Dodge Demon Red? Yep. Put those in there. All of that. And when it was all said and done, I could not get a manual. That hurt.
Yeah.
That hurt. I believe it did. That hurt a man's soul.
So I gotta ask y'all though. So what is y'all thoughts that you see a bunch of people running around with the automatic ones though? Which I think that's about though.
Yo, Dr. Phil, go first and I'll go second. Because you know what I'm about to say.
Because I'm curious.
Certain people I got a reference.
What happens is a lot of people do a lot of things for the optics of the situation. They want to say that they have a Hellcat. You know, don't get me wrong. There's some people that are out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? Risking it for the biscuit. And you know what I'm saying?
Risk it for the biscuit.
The drag. I'm not classifying the drag races in this because the drag races, they want to make getting from A to B as fast as possible. I can kind of understand it. So I know why they do what they do. I let them rock. But everybody else, ain't got no excuse, man. It's simple. The car, it's not that. It's people that aren't. They're supposed to be there. It's supposed to be buying the car for the experience.
Yes.
You want to be as connected to the car as possible to get the maximum feedback out of the experience.
Okay, that makes total sense though.
And I don't see that happening with an automatic, bro.
I can't see
the
neither.
computer
That's why I
shift.
asked
It
the
doesn't
question,
do
like,
it for me.
So
it's a ghost. The ghost is shifting for you. It's a ghost. So I'm gonna reference one of my boys, right? Shout out to King Liddy, aka Manny, aka King Fragrances. Real talk. He said, "Yo, bro, I just bought this GT." I said, "GT what?" "Mustang." I said, "It's not a GT Mustang, homie." "Yes, it is." "Yo, bro." I said, "Is it a manual?" He was like, "No." And I said, "You got an Eco Boost."
He really did have an Eco Boost.
Wait, he didn't really have an Eco Boost.
No, he actually had it.
He actually had an Eco Boost. I said, just because the sticker says GT is like bootleg. It's like bootleg and non-bootleg. I said, what's the difference between my Honda Civic Si and a Honda Touring? He said, I don't know. I said, guess what? You can only drive one.
Let's go.
Damn, did you hit him like that?
Yo, real talk. Yes, I did. He said, "Yo, bro,
fried them up.
next Saturday you gonna teach me how to drive stick." I said, "My brother."
He want to learn. Shout to the Facebook. You said, "Good day, gentlemen, all stars." No, we do in the building.
Let's go.
You know what though? But I love that. You know, some people who not afraid to see. The thing is, I feel like a lot of times when dudes just buy an automatic car of that nature, they don't want to be challenged. You don't want to be challenged, and I get it. You don't want to be challenged. You like, you know what? Nah, I just want something easy and tap on the gas. So it's whack.
Shout out to the females that know how to drive stick.
Woo!
Yeah, that's definitely a cool thing right there.
And there's not many. There's not many.
There ain't many.
So shout to Zoom for Zoom. What's good? Zoom for Zoom. Tuned in. What's good, my brother? He is in the building. But with that being said, now we move on with the rest of the show. And I'm glad you brothers are in the building.
Factory.
So is BMW the new muscle car?
That's the standing question right now.
That's the standing question today.
Answer, no.
Well, listen to this.
Have Germans always been strong like that?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. I don't know, Dr. Phil. Like,
answer, no.
All right. You know, whenever you answer, you gotta tell. You gotta tell us what it is. Phil.
Everybody's up in arms about how G80s can do this and the new G80 can do 8 seconds and a quarter mile. Don't get me wrong, that is very impressive.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, is a GTR a muscle car? No. They got the same number of cylinders, bro. Okay. They got the same. Okay, one's a dual clutch and one's a conventional automatic, but they all shit for you, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some automatic muscle cars, but the point of a muscle car gotta be a V8. There's absolutely no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
So I love what he just went with.
Yeah.
I love you just went. So in order to be a muscle car, gotta be a V8.
Gotta be a V8.
See, I feel like this. Not that I'm standing for it at all, but I always feel like the point of the muscle car was also for the regular working man to get something with a lot of power.
You're absolutely right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like the point of the Camaro, the point of the Mustang, the point of these cars was that we could. That's why they was pony cars. Listen. Yeah. We could get one. We could afford one. We could do a little bit of work, and we could decide what we're gonna do with it. If you wanted to take it to the track, you can do that. If you want to take it to road race, you can do that. It's not like it was set for one thing.
Yeah.
Now, when you start getting into vet, to me, those are not muscle cars at that point. I don't think a vet is a muscle car. Do you?
Vet's a sports car.
It's a sports car.
All sports car, but
it's an eye candy sports car. It's a bad bitch. It's
a
bad bitch.
Listen.
Sheesh. I thought this was a family show.
Well, I would say this much. When it comes down to it, the reason I even brought it up, there's a couple drag races out here that's putting up videos of the work that they're doing to their transmissions,
of course, on
YouTube. You see an American part.
Of course, they have
in these transmissions, in these BMW transmissions.
Yeah, because they're putting out a lot of torque down low immediately.
So they have to.
It's an absolute must.
Absolute must.
They're gonna grenade it.
Wait,
especially
so
a lot of these things are all-wheel drive.
When you think about a BMW, you thinking luxury or you thinking?
How about I'll tell you what I was thinking, and you know I always save this sound effect.
Yeah.
Sounds like this. I was actually thinking
it's suicide.
That's one. That's the other. The only BMW I've been actually moved by, and I'll be honest with you, they've lost their way along the way. Let's say that. They lost their way along the way. There was a point where BMW, they wanted to make their cars handle than they were faster. Like handle the speed was their thing.
Yeah.
So now it's like you look at these cars now, are they doing that? Like right now, I would say after that, my favorite M5 in 2008, that M5 around that era, I just kind of fell out of love with them. I do love the hump hood M3.
Oh yeah.
But that's it. So that's about where I live right there. What about you?
Oh, my fantasy car BMW. Even though I'm not a BMW fan like that, I want an M3, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
M3, something basic, small, little.
Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said, "How's the vet not a muscle car?"
That's not a muscle car because it's a 2-seater sports car. It's made to compete. A vet ain't nothing but a Miata with a V8 in it.
Yeah, factory though.
Y'all listen.
Just like a
Factory,
Viper ain't nothing but a Miata with a V10 in it.
Yeah,
They're all the same size. The vet's just wider. But if you look at the wheelbase, it's about the same.
Here, look at this camera.
I'll be the first. Yeah.
Sure y'all can see
I stand on it. A vet ain't that. Listen, if you ask any Corvette owner, especially C5 owners, they'll happily agree. V8 Miata.
V8 Miata.
V8 Miata.
Man. Wow.
Sports car.
Wasn't expecting that. Shout to Darth Spalding. He's in the building. He's in the building early. Shout to Milltown NYC in the building. Zoom for Zoom in the building.
Let's go.
And Dr. Phil is in the building. And because his name, I don't want to chop it up again.
Wings Liddy.
Wings
go.
Liddy.
Wings
No, give us
Liddy.
the other part. We knew that part. What he said was panache.
Class and panache.
Class and panache.
Class and panache. We gonna get that.
Yo, let's go.
All right.
That's it.
One. Now, mind you, I should have been the first one to walk in this studio because the face he gave me is, who the hell is you?
But then I seen Dr. Phil coming behind him, and I was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
so y'all listen, we gotta talk to management here because management forgot to tell us.
Absolutely.
That was management's fault. They
That's a
screwed
fact.
that up because we agreed to it and they should have reminded us. So shout to the management here at Rally Radio. We're gonna have to talk to them, but we got a couple other things going on.
Oh, and by the way, the reason why I say class and panache is when you drink with me, it's class and panache.
Oh boy. So
But you know what though? Shout out to my partner, my co-host, Dr. Liddy, because you know what? He's there to set the record straight when I can't get it all the way correct. You feel me? So
Let's go. Let's go.
I love it. And they just happen to be astute car fanatics like us.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
Let's go.
yo, listen. You know who taught me how to drive my first stick shift car though?
Who?
That was
Dr. Phil.
Dr.
Let's
Phil?
go.
Yo, after I trashed my mama's car, the Hyundai Accent,
it wasn't his fault.
it wasn't my fault though. It wasn't my fault.
Somebody read a stop sign.
Look, we're all car guys here. We don't judge.
Yeah, it's a
But
fact.
we do judge if you screwed it up
Nah,
bad.
and it happened. It actually happened right in front of me. I saw it happen.
Bro.
Person blew a stop sign, smacked him. He was going through the intersection. He got smacked in the rear left. Somebody blew a stop sign on him. It wasn't.
I mean, it's the vernacular here, though.
Yeah.
He said he blew a what? No,
Pause.
no.
But the funny thing is, within that hour, when the cops came, he said, "All right, bro, you about to get a stick. Let's go. We about to hunt you down a stick."
That's it.
That's it.
That's the to tell you the truth. Even when I learned how to drive manual, the point I just realized I had way more control over the car. I never and you know, even now, like I ride my motorcycle, it's the same deal. Yo, you got way more control. That's why I don't understand how a lot of dudes be smashing them. It be the Superman syndrome. I can't crash this. And next thing you know, they in a situation where, there you go.
Yeah.
The first time I drove a Porsche Porsche Carrera 4S, right? My brother-in-law, he came by the house with it, you know. Shout to him. Shout to him. Free. I ain't gonna say that because he came out. Yeah. But in the meantime, he drives it and he hands me the keys. Y'all know you love cars. Drive this. Okay, you already know I ain't turning that down. Then I jump in this Porsche, man, and I just start driving, and I'm like, it wasn't manual. It wasn't manual. But at the same time, I'm like, I could never build nothing this efficient. You know what I mean? You can't build nothing like this in your backyard. You feel what I'm saying?
The amount of engineering that goes into
it. And past the manual. Because if it was manual, I'd have fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But because of the way
got the keys back.
Yo. Hey, where you at? I'm in Jersey. But it just reminded me, like, yo, I could never build this. And at that time, I was building my CRX. And I was like, it wouldn't be like this. You know what I mean? How pinpoint the steering is, the brakes, everything. And then when you think all of that is really the car, don't turn the music on. And you know, listen. I know as car guys, people they be like, oh yeah, I do listen to music when I'm driving.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially in them long drives, you be like, all right, man. The engine drone is after like 3 or 4 hours, you're like, all right. Let's see what's going on here.
Some hard body reggae. Please don't let it be a clash because I'm getting aggressive.
Come on, now I'm wilding, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm wilding behind the wheel now, so it's like it's necessary. And let me tell you, when I turned the speaker system on in there, I was like, I'm gonna bring this back now. Bring it back, all black, tan interior. I was like this. I don't need this. And lo and behold, it forever changed my way of thinking when it comes to a build. Yeah. Because if you're building a car, right? Let me stop the music for a little minute. I want everybody to hear this. When you're building a car, whatever you're building it for, I would like to believe it's for a purpose.
Okay.
Right? So whether you're building for the track, or whether you're building for road racing, you're building for a purpose. I don't know too many people who's like, yo, I'm gonna build a car just to drive it on the street and have people look at it.
Well, no, people do that.
People do that.
People do that.
I was getting ready to say, like, you could build it for the street, though. You could definitely build it for the street.
That's what you call a flosser.
That's a flosser.
Unfortunately, flosser is just like a fancy bottle that's empty.
True. Shout out to my guy Militime NYC. He said he getting ready to do another Florida trip again in March. But before you do that, though, we got a little bit of news, man. Y'all know how we get down, man. Y'all know we got articles and things that we want to talk about. We glad y'all in the building. So in the meantime, we're gonna take the camera. We're gonna take the camera off of y'all, so y'all could start to break those down over there. And in the meantime, we're gonna jump right in. Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Facts. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, y'all know how we get down, man. So we got a couple of things going on out here. First and foremost, one thing that we forgot to mention before we left up out of here for the last year was a rest in peace to some of the people that we did lose in the meantime last year. And one in particular is going to be our man Ken Block.
Oh yeah. Absolute legend, bro. Absolute. And I got to say, man, that was a crazy loss. I don't think and out of nowhere. Yeah. Out of nowhere. And I mean, he had done so many different things for the automotive community at that time. The Hoonigan series has just been something else. Don't get me wrong, he did have that electric Audi though. I can't front.
I don't know.
He's the only one that can get a pass with that.
I don't know, Dr. Phil. I don't know. I'm sorry, Bill. I don't know, kid.
I gotta say, I saw it and I was like,
I don't know.
I'm not with it. But when my man was on the Las Vegas Strip, and my man hit a 4-wheel drift with all 4 wheels.
Come on.
All 4 tires.
Come on.
All engulfed in smoke.
Respect.
And my man hit the 180 and came back on the other side of the strip. I was like, you know what?
I gotta give it to him. Look. Time to clap it up.
I'm not gonna disrespect. So I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking. I'm not gonna disrespect that. I'm gonna leave it respectable. That's it.
I'll tell you this. Like I said, that's probably the only time we was like, damn, Ken. But other than that, though, some of them Hoonigan series are what dreams are made of.
That's a fact.
Over the helicopter. I mean, like
the whole Gymkhana series, every single one of them.
He was wild. But I gotta say, we didn't say rest in peace to him, and I felt that was wrong. Was wrong for us. You know what I mean? I definitely got to make sure that we keep a open eye for that, man. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said the old Ken Block Gymkhana videos were the best.
Man, yeah, they were absolutely amazing.
The first time I seen him was Top Gear. Well, when it was Top Gear.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
He drove the hell out of that. I was like, yo, who is this cat? At that time, I didn't know him.
Yeah,
I know other people probably did. I didn't know him, but just watching him drive that, he was driving that Mustang, I believe.
Was it the Mustang?
It was a Hoonigan Mustang. It was.
Was it that, or was it like the little Ford or something? I feel like it was a little hatch or something, right?
I think it was even before that. If I'm thinking Top Gear. If it was the episode with James May, I think it was when he was still with Subaru.
It was something like that.
The STI, yeah.
And he had what's the name in the passenger seat?
James May in the passenger seat.
Oh,
I think it was the Subaru. Before he went to Ford. Yeah.
That dude was a beast, man.
Insane.
And the way he was driving that day, he was on the edge, like going up ramps. He on the edge. I was like, yo, this guy is crazy. You looking for the cups? He looked.
Oh no, the cups is right here.
Yo,
y'all say the word and I'm chilling.
Yo, so we saying the word. Look. If you can. In the meantime, it looks like Ken Block's 2004 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS is now up for auction.
So say.
Oh my goodness. So let's bring that up a little bit.
Legendary vehicle.
Legendary. So it says here, a piece of rally racing history has hit the auction block. The 2004 Subaru Impreza 2.5 RS, famously driven by the great Ken Block and his co-driver Alex Gelsomino. The iconic vehicle, converted to open class rally racing specifications in 2006 by Vermont Sports Car, has been a rich and eventful journey in the world of extreme motorsports. It is now up for sale. Under the hood, the Impreza boasts a turbocharged 2-liter flat four. We already know this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
4 wheels through a sophisticated caps 5-speed dog box. So I gotta add. Wait, hold on, because now I'm excited.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch to be excited about.
Like when you hear now the first time I've heard the term before, and we know what they are because we know that we have people that drive them in race cars. We see it.
Yeah.
But the first time I ever seen somebody with one in a regular car had to be Mar Defane. I was watching when he changed over to a dog box.
I see plenty of people with dog boxes in the street before. Yeah. You know what? You know who ran a lot of who runs a lot of dog boxes? A lot of Mitsubishi guys.
Really?
Yeah, the Evos. Yeah.
Evos and DSMs especially.
Yeah,
Evos
absolutely.
and DSMs.
Really?
Yeah, they run a lot of dog boxes. A lot.
I gotta say, the way he was like, I was watching Mar Defane trying to work with it.
Oh yeah.
He was having trouble. So my thing is not to say he knock him at all.
No. There's a learning curve too.
There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
Yo, but if Ken Block was driving that car like that with that, how long he been driving, kid?
Well, he's been doing this thing for a minute.
Telling you, shout to everybody who's tuned in, man. Shout to everybody who dropped the like. Shout to Hammond. I see she dropped the like. Shout to my guy Keith. He dropped the like. My man Travis with the GTR. And my guy Val. What's good, Val? You know what it is. Shout to all of them, man. I will say this, however, right? Now that this thing is up for sale, what do you think it's worth? Honestly, an honest opinion.
Honest opinion. That's rally legend history, man. I gotta say, I'm trying to think like what, because it's up there with the greats.
Right.
If you're thinking about it, like them Group B rally Audi 80s,
yes, sir,
is going million plus. You know,
you think $1 million?
Nah, not $1 million. No.
I'm thinking
it is still a Subaru, but definitely
it's still a Subaru.
I say this as a Subaru owner. I'd say it's worth. It's definitely about $500,000. Sure. I give it $500,000.
Damn. That much?
Just because of what it is
and
because who owned it.
Right.
What it is and who owned
it.
That's
interesting, right there.
I'd say, Ken Block's name is definitely worth
I was actually about to say around like 700,000. So respectfully,
700,000. Wow. I would like to believe I'm probably on the lower end, about between 350 and 400. I think that because like at the end of the day, just like you said, it does have heritage to it, which sends a lot of cars off the block easy.
Yeah.
Who it belonged to, what he has done, one of his first cars. At the same time, though, like you said, it's a Subaru still. Not that it doesn't have the heritage.
That's a fact.
Yeah, because if you look at, not to cut you off, them 22B STIs is going for
500.
Exactly.
I was about to say we live in an era right now where brand and hype is a real thing.
That's a fact.
And it contortions to not the benefit of what it was back in the day.
The vernacular. He said it contort. I love it when people use the big words. Let's go. That means that they are educated.
Let's do something. Let's
go. Let's go. Contorted. I'm saving that.
That's
a
fact.
Putting that one on the shirt.
100%.
Did Ken Block win any races in that car? Shout to my guy Zoom for Zoom. He's asking if Ken Block. I believe he did. I believe that was a car that he championed in the rally races.
I believe so, yeah.
I believe he did. But it definitely Recaro seats, roll cage, fire suppression. So it was real.
It's a real race car.
It was real. There's no joke there. Yeah. But I'm thinking 350, 400. But then again, you start looking at some of them parts alone.
Mm-hmm.
That also runs. I mean, a dog box, a sequential dog box.
That dog box is like 30 bands.
That's your average daily driver.
That's the word. Shout to my guy Dave. Want to check in, man. Shout to him. Facebook users is in Militime NYC vehicular doctorate he has.
Let's go.
Yes. Yes, that's going on the shirt too. With that being said, man, it's definitely one of them kind of shows today. Like I said, we got a lot that we want to talk about. In the meantime, it looks like I know we tried to leave them alone for the past couple shows, but every week they in the papers.
Yeah. Cobra Commander.
Cobra!
That's it, son.
Out the window with the skyscraper with the parachute.
This dude is always in the paper.
Base jumping off the helicopter pad.
That's a fact.
They be like, we got him. Cobra! He just jumped right out. Shout to Elon Musk. Because this dude always figures his way out. I think they'd have got him by now.
Nah, they can't do it.
But it looks like Tesla has another recall. Nearly every car has ever sold in China over autopilot safety issues. Now, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, that they had a recall on every car he's made in the United States because of the same thing.
Yep.
And we already know China's not playing, one, because he's Tesla. Two, more of the Chinese companies out there now, these EV companies are outselling him. They trying to get him out of there.
BYD is the name of the company that took the
crown.
They took the crown from him in China.
BYD.
They're looking to expand in the US too.
Daewoo said the same thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't looking past the TV for them. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But now they having a recall. And you know what? This just goes to show, like I said, man. There's two things I don't like about his cars. One, they're electric. Okay. Two, they trying to drive themselves. Yeah. I'm not really with that. And not for nothing, they've had a lot of fatalities along the way. Absolutely. Now we've had judges. We've had judges say, "Oh no, they're not liable." How are they not liable? But then we have a recall. I don't get it. That let's say, for instance, God forbid, they had a recall on a Honda with brakes, right? You go to stop and that recall causes you to crash and kill yourself. You mean to tell me they're not liable?
100%.
Word.
Look at what happened with Toyota.
Right. I was about to mention that with the Mexican guy. Yeah. He lost 5 years of his life.
Wait, what do you mean? What? Is that the one with the Prius? With throttle got stuck?
Yeah.
Oh boy, I remember that. He smashed right into all these cars.
And the funny thing is, Toyota was going to pay him a handsome reward if he kept his mouth shut, and he said no. And what hurt my heart about it was, he said, "My child was born the same year that shit happened. My child doesn't know me. Wow. I come home and he thinks I'm a total stranger. He's afraid of me."
Wow.
And he stood on his respectfully.
Yeah. Yo, listen, kid. I can respect those dudes that don't just take the bread and shut up. I do. Shout to him.
Yeah.
Even though at that point,
there's always a flip side to that
thing. But in the meantime, that's like Firestone.
Yeah.
Firestone was having them blowouts in them Ford Explorers. You remember that? Yeah, they sued them.
Yeah.
So now you trying to tell me Tesla's not liable when they find these dudes on fire that crash into a tree? Nobody's in the driver's seat, somebody in the back, 30,000 gallons to put it out. They bought the car thinking that it says autopilot.
Yeah.
They sued people for they had sued at that point when you put when you put overdrive and not overdrive.
Not economy.
No, not economy drive. When you just put man, I'm having a brain fart right now. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Where you can put the car in and it just hold the gas pedal for you.
Oh, that's dangerous.
But in the beginning,
Cruise control.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Astute automotive fanatics like me.
Yeah.
So they put cruise control in, and they had it in an Astro van at one point, and the guy thought that meant the car was gonna drive itself. He put it in cruise control, spun his captain chair around, and started to make himself something to drink. Bow, crashed into everything. They ended up suing because they said, you got to tell people that this is not what it is.
It's true.
But I mean, he been getting away with that for a while now, though.
It's called full self-driving.
Like the name. Look at the names.
Full self-driving.
Yo,
it's actually self-explanatory.
Not partial self-driving.
Yeah, right? Completely.
Full self-driving is the actual name of the option when you take it on the option box.
That's crazy.
I mean, of course, there's a disclaimer about 3 pages long,
right?
But it's called full self-driving.
And every time you say that, right, they give it. They say that it's full self-driving until it's an accident is imminent.
Yeah,
and it bails out with 8 seconds.
And you got 8 seconds.
All I could think of is the Red Baron, like right when they thought they had him, he just bailed. Cobra Commander,
again.
Like you on your own, kid.
Plane going down in the mountain.
That's a fact.
They bail out.
Where'd you see my man got the red parachute flying over there?
That's real.
That's real.
Where'd you get a parachute from? Right? Come on. This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you can keep buying them and all of that, but me not trust them. Yeah, can't trust them. Can't trust him.
But that lets you know that he got something over them, though. Huh? He's gonna continue to find his way out of these.
He got that charging network. They want that charging network.
No, they want it back. They want it back.
This thing cannot work. This electric car thing cannot work without him.
They can't.
And they know that. And he knows that. China's a different story.
Yeah.
They like, yo, kid, we don't care. We don't need them. And that's what they say.
China build their own charger, China's built their own state-run charger network.
Let's not get it twisted. China bootleg everything. Oh, that's what you got. Let me see. Thank you. Oh, all right. I'll make my own now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Nah, it's real though.
And you know why I find that funny? Because that is how we do in the hood. They be like this. Yo, look, let me see. What size is that? China's more than bootlegging. They taking it.
They make their own patent.
Right. They like, yo, now, you know what? They'll take theirs. Their laws are totally different. They be like, yo, no, they communists.
Yeah.
So they're like, yo, you know what? Nah, this works greater for everybody here. Thanks.
Bring one here and then I'm going to reverse engineer that.
Yep. How you say now buy yourself one. Yeah, man. You got to be careful with them, man. That's how China works. They mean like that. They taking whatever they want, but it is what it is. I'm glad that somebody stepped up to the guy, but got a lot of different things talking about up here. Now we look like got Daihatsu. When's the last time you saw? Have you ever seen it?
No, not in person.
Nah, never in person.
Not in person in the U.S.
Right, not in the U.S.
Yeah.
So it looks like Daihatsu admits it forged crash test results for 30 years. Halts production in Japan. That is mind blowing.
That is big because Daihatsu in Japan
is huge.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. So last week it was reported that they had stopped sales and shipments, right?
Yeah.
After they stopped sales and shipments, they said that this was a scandal. They was looking into it, and now they officially admitted it. They admitted it in April to violating standards on crash tests for more than 88,000 cars, mostly sold under the Toyota brand in countries like Malaysia and Thailand. Wow. Shout to he said BMW is being sued. He said BMW sued China for making bootleg X5.
Yep, lost. I lost that lawsuit.
Because you ain't gonna win in
Not
China.
winning that lawsuit. BMW sued, all of them sued. BMW, Mercedes, Audi sued, everybody sued.
Yo.
And they all lost.
Yo, that is crazy. We got a couple people to shout out right now. Look like shout to Mr. 2J86. We know what that is, Jay.
Let's go.
Shout to SP the Dawn, he's in the building. Shout to Draco. Everybody tuned in today, man. It's gonna be one of them kind of shows today. Let me ask y'all a question now. When y'all hear stuff like this, would you still want one? Like, let's say if we could import them, would you take it?
Yeah.
Why not? Right? Why not? I'll buy one of them.
Get me one of the discount.
Discount, right?
I knew it. I knew he's gonna say some shit. I knew.
So this is why I say, right? So would you buy one?
No.
You wouldn't take one? Even with the forged crash test? I would take it.
Wait, hold on. No.
So I'm not worried.
I'm saying no, and then it'll end up in my driveway.
That's it, right?
Like, what are you crazy? Next week. Yo, I thought you said
I couldn't pass on that deal.
Oh my god. Sheesh, yo.
Deal.
Hold on.
Deal.
Yo, Dr. Phil, hold on, kid.
Dr. Phil just crossed into a lane and crossed right back. He went over the yellows. And he went right back real quick. He said, "Yo, we gonna leave that one alone. We gonna press play. We go ahead. We gonna give him our pauses, but we gonna keep it moving." Me personally, I would still buy one. Factory. To me, that's like having the Note 7.
You know what I'm saying? You just don't leave it on the charger overnight. Matter of fact, you can tell some of that to some of them EV owners.
Yo,
don't leave it on the charger overnight.
Yo, that's hilarious.
They still buying them.
And those is our first. True. That was our first real instance of dealing with lithium-ion batteries that blow up. Yeah. Y'all remember the memes that came out after that?
Bro, I almost got fired for that at my job.
Why? What happened?
Bro, there's certain only lithium batteries that can only go on trucks and only ones that can go on the plane. If they pass a certain altitude, they will blow up.
What?
That's ridiculous, huh?
Bro, I got a whole letter and a half from my job. He said, you do it again, you get fired. Wow. I said, wait, what? You did the training for it. I'm not gonna say what transpired when I told the shipper they can't do that no more. Because matter of fact, yes, I can, because I don't have to conceal who they really are.
Right.
All he did was, oh, that's your word? Slapped another sticker on it. I said,
damn. They could care less.
They could
care less. Meanwhile, the memes was hilarious. They was putting the Note 7 in Rambo hands. He was like this. Shout out to my guy Draco. Right now, the current topic is BMW's a new muscle car. That is the current topic. But we got some other things we're gonna be talking about now that we got our people in the building here. It's definitely gonna be interesting. We got a couple other things going on. With that being said, here we go. We're gonna jump right into this next segment right here.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
And how we get down here, we in the building. We are now to our next topic. Look, shout out to Draco. He's like, what? He said, are they what? Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. We gotta ask. But you know why we gotta ask? Because now it seems like everybody buying them like they cheap, no?
That's a good one.
They working on them like they cheap, no? That's one of the criteria of being a muscle car.
I'm trying to figure out how people are affording these things.
Yo,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is there a fire sale somewhere? Are they giving them away? I need to know.
Listen, there's multiple people signing for them stuff. It can't be only one person.
Listen, the Lamborghini Urus, I'm seeing way more of those than I need to.
You're absolutely right.
So that is telling me that they must be somewhere in the warehouse giving them away.
Got it.
Telling you.
I said the same thing about the Range Rover. I was like, yo, why do I keep seeing Range Rover Sports like they cheap?
Mm-hmm.
They cheap, and I'm seeing them.
$80,000 truck, a whole bunch of them all over the place.
Nah, yo, I'm telling you, kid, it's crazy. We're gonna talk about now getting into our tech talk. Y'all know this is where we get to talk our automotive stuff right here. Mugen teases even hotter Honda Civic Type R coming for Tokyo. So it looked like I say Mugen. I always say I say it a different way. It's tomato, potato, however you say it. You know what I'm talking about. So it looks like they're gonna have a new Civic Type R. Mugen's gonna make their own.
Nice.
Yeah. You already know.
That's gonna be bananas.
That's gonna be
It's gonna be absolutely.
It's making me think twice about my.
Oh, we got a caller. Raleigh Radio. Who we got in the box?
Yo, it's your boy Big J in the building.
Yo, Jay, what it is? Shout out to my guy, Jay. Let's go.
Jay here.
Gang.
Yo, Jay.
What's up, gang?
I want the people that's tuned in at home. Let us know if you can hear Jay or not. Can you hear him loud and clear? Yo, Jay, what you got for us today, man?
Nothing much, man. I just wanted to chime in, see how y'all doing.
We doing
And
what it is, Playboy?
kind of just put my 2 cents in on the topic.
Yes, let's go.
So, y'all were talking about BMW being the newest muscle car out there, right?
Well, they can hear you loud and clear. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Jay. Don't let me down. I know where you're going with this.
Listen, I wanted to say this right now, and I know people won't get mad at me about this, but you know what? Yo, everyone out there, BMWs, y'all are the least creative people out there. There are cars out there. Buy another car.
Yo, did he really? He backed the iron.
Do something else.
Yo, Jay just backed the iron out. He started shooting immediately. He didn't waste no time.
So there's 100 other cars out there. Like y'all all pick the same car, the same color.
So let me ask you a question then, Jay. If that's the case, right? And you feel like, do you feel like BMW has ever gotten their props in the automotive community? Because I always feel like the Euro game, they got it in the Euro, but I feel like everybody always looked at them like they're just too expensive to be working on. Period.
You know what it is? Okay, here's the thing. Like I feel like they had it for a while, and then they diluted it because. You put it because beforehand, listen, back in the days, you used to kind of have to have some kind of money to have a BMW.
Yes,
it's a fact.
Yeah.
Facts.
So it was a luxury car.
It was a luxury car. Yeah.
It was a luxury car. Now it's like, yo, they ratcheted that name up so much, just everyone can get it.
He said ratchet.
Anybody.
Everyone can get it. Look, man. I only say this because look,
you got chicks dropping M3s.
At one point in time, you used to have to actually like put in some work to buy an M. Now it's like, damn, are you okay paying $80K and spending good night yelling at other people, basically telling that same M is faster than some other M?
But let me ask. Okay, now we're gonna throw another question out there. If the G80 did come manual.
They do come in.
Not the competition, though.
Right,
not the crazy one. Yeah. Crazy one, though.
Could that be more respectable, though? Could that be more respectable with the competition version?
Absolutely. I agree. I think so.
Could it? Maybe. But it just, nah, man. I feel like the ease of access for that car is way too high. I feel like, and it's crazy because you need more, I feel like you kind of need more skill now to own, let's say, a Mustang or a Camaro. And those used to be the cars you could just easily acquire than it is to buy an M or to buy like any like G80 body or whatever. Like the reason why it's so, I think the reason why people call it the muscle car is because just everyone has one.
Shout to Draco. He said, I feel they are velvet turnkeys. You're not smelling fuel. You're not fighting your steering wheel. You're not hoping it doesn't embarrass you on a date. You got a point.
Listen, to tell you how easy that car is, you can plug up an Xbox controller and congratulations, you have 100 extra horses.
Damn, like that. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's my thing with it. Yeah. I'm gonna build off of what Draco just said, right? And we all had those moments. If you've ever built a car and it was the only car you had,
that's a baby.
You feel what I'm saying? So now you building that car and you got to drive it to work, you got to drive it to school, you got to drive it on the day. I've done that. And let me tell you, that was one of the worst experiences. And I'm not gonna get too crazy because first of all, I love my wife. Don't get it twisted. Y'all see the ring here. But this is before I met my wife, I was driving a CRX to go. Yo, I would get out smelling like gas, no matter what. I was getting out smelling like wild oil burn. Like, what's going on? And then it broke down on me a couple times. Yeah. I get it.
On the date.
And then give me a minute. I got to push on.
They be looking at you like, I thought you were a car guy. Why is your car not working?
Yo, we all got that memory. We all did that before. Shout out to Maximus.
In the days, when I was in college, I used to this was when I was dating, and same thing, but it was like an SER Sentra.
Boy.
Yo, don't disrespect the Sonny.
He's not disrespecting the Sonny.
He used to look like way back in the day.
He's telling the truth.
I had a 94 Sonny Limited.
And he had a 91 SER.
Okay.
So
listen, mine's look like it came out the gulag.
So
this guy's.
So I'm gonna
most of them did.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I literally was like, yo, sit right here. I gotta push this up to this hill, and I'm gonna let it go down the hill, and I'm gonna jumpstart it like that, yo. But that was, you know what though? But those was the growing pain. That's why I could respect what I drive now. Trust me.
Yeah.
You know,
because it was tough.
You know what it is, man. As more aged car enthusiasts, we look back at how we got here in terms of what we used to drive, how we used to drive it, things we used to just have to deal with. Like, hey, yo, listen, don't worry about it. Just crank it 3 times, let it sit for a little while, and then pump the gas pedal 3 times and then crank it again.
Wow,
and it'll start.
Ooh. Yeah, that's right.
You know, we look at all the things that
fans running constant.
Exactly. We look at all the things we went through, all the growth. As you said, it makes us appreciate more what we have now, or how great things are now in terms of performance and how fast things are. Like there was a time where if you had 300 horsepower, you were the king of the Belt Parkway. King of the Belt Parkway. And 300 horse. Yo, you're dudes with G35s running around like, yo, you can't see me.
Facts.
And you really couldn't see them because you're in a Toyota Corolla. You can't see him. He's gone.
Wait a minute though. That's gonna lead us to another question. Because that actually hit a nerve. I'm sorry.
I understand, but I'm
hurt.
You was one of those dudes I hated on the Belt Parkway.
So I'll tell you what. Now I learned how to negotiate early. And that's I learned how to negotiate early. Yeah, I will say that. Shout to Draco. He said, give your date dollar van money because you know it's about to get.
Listen, if she appreciates the squeak, if she appreciates you as a person.
Facts. Yo.
Wait, say it again. What? Say it one more time.
Listen, if she can appreciate the squeak, then she's the one, man.
Damn, appreciate the squeak. Let's go.
Yo, son. I'll tell you what, the ones from then ain't riding with me now.
Bro, facts.
The ones from then ain't riding with me now.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I will say this, however, man, I definitely got embarrassed on a couple days. I ain't gonna front. That I had that CRX. Man, I had that joint almost 20 years.
Yeah.
But I will say, man, out of the work that I did to it and the times that I just drove it anyway, and it was a learning curve to say the least. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said people buying BMWs because Japanese tuner cars cost damn near just as much. So at that point, might as well get a luxury if I'm gonna spend that kind of money. Wow,
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Shout to Zoom for Zoom.
So
y'all trying to tell him like that?
Like, we can get other cars.
Yo, but Jay had a lot of cars. How many cars you had, Jay, in your lifetime?
15.
Oh no, listen, I have
more than 15.
Man, I can't tell offhand right now. I'm still trying to look right now to see if I can like scoop up another one before next month.
This guy Jay is
talking to it like he's talking about it like it's some hoes.
It's a family show. He meant the garden tools.
Yes, the garden tools. Yes. You know the clippers, everything.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy Damian Reeps. He's tapped in early. I was talking to my man Reeps yesterday, and he posed the question that I said we wanted to pose here on the show. And it happens to all of us. At what point is it financially irresponsible to keep your project? Oh man, my guy Reeps. I'm like, damn, he got a point. Where's financial?
When you're about to be homeless, then it might be a bit irresponsible.
When you're about to be homeless, you got to be careful.
Damn.
But and you know, and this is like I said, this is one of those things where you creep into the area of it's getting too tough to keep the car.
Only the individual can answer that question.
That's a fact.
Like I be looking at it was like, hey, yo, listen, you should have got rid of that hunk of junk a long time ago.
You sound like somebody's mama.
Yo,
but it's true. Yo, listen, Jay knows. Jay, you know how many times I done told Jay, listen, bro, that thing is a bucket. Get it out of here, bro.
But you know what?
Useless.
But how many buckets blew up under me though?
Shit.
I could count like 3.
I can count like 3.
So here's
you know
my
what?
thing.
It's the one that you would think.
So here's my thing, and we not talking like, let's say we not talking about a project or a car that is a bucket. We talking about something that's rare.
Nah,
and you know,
that's different. That's a different.
So here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. A lot of times, you may need to take the extra step in life. We know how it go. Yeah. It is what it is, right? And now you got to make that. You got to make that move. And you like, yo, do I do it?
But wait, though, hold on. Are you continuously working on it, or you like? Did you stop? Do you don't have to work at it all? Like,
what if it's done?
So why you got to pitch it?
You could use the extra 20, 30 band.
Of course you can.
So what do you do? And this is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm on the skid. I'm on the skid or no?
I mean, how far on the skid we see? That's
what I'm talking about.
How far are we on the skid? Am I on the end?
This can only be answered by the
Is my heels keeping me up from falling? Is my heels keeping me up?
Put it like this. And this is what I'm like. I posted a video. I don't know if I posted it on my Facebook page, and I'm gonna repost it in the group. There was a guy who was selling his Buick GNX.
Okay, yeah, I seen that.
And his wife took the video of him getting rid of this pristine model, and the man had shades on. Jay, you posted
that man was not the same.
I don't know, like that.
He was crying, bro. Of course, he was crying, and wifey was like, "Look at him. He finally decided to let it go." He turned around. All you heard was the Fast and Furious music, like bloom, bloom, bloom.
Whatever happened,
I think he was pushed to that.
The reason why the man let that car go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
My man got caught up on some shit because
kid,
I'm not letting one of those things go.
I'm crying for him, son. I watched him let that car roll down the driveway, and the dude that was driving away with it was driving it dumb slow. He was like,
he just came up.
That was audacity.
Son, I was crying. I was like this. Damn, he turned around with the shades on. He just went up under there one time with the finger. When we at the funeral, we wear the shades on. We try to act like ain't nothing going on under there, right? Yo, he raised that one, was like, wiping the tears.
Felt that.
And that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, we're not talking about a bucket. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about trash. You're talking about, you put your blood, sweat, and tears, and you getting what you're getting out of it. And it's like, when do you get to that point where it's like, fam, I gotta put the kids through school. We talked about this a little bit before. Captain's like, go to remedial. but Reeps really highlighted that. Like, sometimes it's just time.
I don't know. I disagree. I don't know. Like Phil said, like only individual can answer that one. Like if you like if you on your heels and it's keeping you up, that's a different story, son. But if you're not,
but we've all been there.
I don't know.
Do they got something about it? Because this is happening multiple times. And you let it go, and then you try to look for another one, and then you see how much the prices have jumped up on them.
Factory, absolutely.
Tell them, S.I.
Like, honestly, I can think of maybe 2 cars that just happened to me too, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't go for.
Oh my god!
I got you, my boy.
Yo,
we gonna find you another one. We gonna find you another one.
Yo, Jay, Jay, I'm telling you, if it's one thing I know for sure, and I got separated from my CRX from a horrible situation, man. And I was lucky enough to go find one to pick one up, and right when I picked it up, the prices went through the roof. Man. Now they 5 and 10 grand, and I'm like, I would never. I love the car, but I would never.
Man.
They'll be 5 to 10 grand. They'll be an automatic, and it's a shell.
Yeah.
So you got to put in extra work.
You need to come out here. You know how many CRXs I be tagging you in out here, just chilling, minding his own business.
Yo, I be seeing them, and I be like, yo, how am I getting it home? I'm gonna drive across country. 250,000. Yeah. I tell you what. The black CRX that I got right now, I'm not mad at it. I actually had to go to North Carolina to get it. Shout out to S.I Shawn. He went with me. We made that trip in a day. Drove down there, got the U-Haul and all of that, drove that back and drove the car back. We was washed. We was like this.
It was crazy.
Come on, you know the rule of thumb. Never buy old Honda like in the Northeast.
Damn. You don't never buy it in the Northeast. peace.
I'm not gonna say he right.
He's 100% right. The more I started looking for them, I said I gotta go. I had to go down south. When we went down there and we seen it just sitting there on the grass.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He said, "Here, you want to test drive it?" I was like, "Oh, it runs."
Yo, cranked on the first start and everything. Like it was good.
Go to Canarsie to have that same attitude. They're gonna be like, "Word, all right, I need the money first, and then you can go ahead and you can just drive it off."
And to tell you the truth, I was gonna drive it back. I was like, "Yo, maybe I could drive it back." He was like, "Hey," he said, "Hey there, bro. I don't know about that because if you drive it, it's leaking from the oil gasket. I don't know." And it's a ZC swap in it. Yeah, it was and I still said,
oil leak?
Yeah,
from the valve cover.
That's light work.
We
go to AutoZone and buy some cheap, or Walmart and buy some soup, buy like 5 bottles of Super Tech,
and we good. I said,
every time we fill up with gas, we check the oil, top off, and we right back on the road.
I said, I could drive this
just
back.
Just stress that reliability, huh?
Yeah, you know what I said at the end of the day? I just told it back, and right now, that's like I said, that's a point of controversy. Because I got my Type R after that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got the Type R,
which it looks pretty outside.
Thank you, I appreciate
pretty.
That.
I ain't going from freaking the doctor was like, "Yo, bro, there's an SI and a Type R," and I said, "Yeah, I know." He said, "You should park your SI right in between it."
Typical car guy stuff, man.
This car guy stuff. That's why I say at the end of the day, like now the CRX is like I'm like, wow, the Type R is just so much more refined,
bro.
Like, it is,
bro. Listen, when I leased his model first in the coupe. Funny thing is, when I got my updated model, they was like, "Yo, you got the coupe? Oh, we need that back. We gonna jack that up 10 grand." I said,
"Oh,
we don't make coupes no more." I said,
"Oh, here we go."
And then after that, well, actually before that, when I had his model in 2019, dude called me 6 months later. "Yo, I got a Type R," and I said, "Huh?" He said, "I could boost your payment to $525 a month." I said,
Ooh. Whoa, like this sounds like a normal conversation. Like what?
Word.
He said, "If you want it, it's here waiting for you." I said, Nah, I gotta go to the club. I gotta go eat.
I told him to do it.
I told him to do it. No, but you know what though? Like when some of these payments be looking nowadays though, I mean, five and change. That's not too bad.
525 is
that was nothing.
You know what? That was nothing. Then you're right. Yeah. But I look at it like, even when I went to get the Type R, we had to go upstate to go get the Type R.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I had to go upstate to go get it because it was none around for a good price with low miles. And when we got up there, he was like, "Hey, you want to take the thing for a test drive?" Took for a test drive. I was like, "Oh, I'm leaving with this. This is just what's going on."
That's crazy car.
I'm glad it was your choice because at the end of the day, when I got my new SI, you know what happened? When they said we don't make coupes no more, you got a rarity. This new SI electric blue, you're leaving with this today. I said, "No, I'm not." Who said I was giving this up? They said, "We already running your numbers. It's yours." I said,
they took the keys
they trying to rob you right quick.
Oh, that sounds like a shakedown.
Bro, they shook me down. And the girl was like, "Yo, listen, just know this. You walked in today. Somebody got canceled this morning because their credit was bad. We want your car back." I said, "Who said I'm giving it back?"
You would have thought they had to strap the way they backed them down.
Oh no!
Thus, after that, they said, "Go get Sonny. Your car will be ready for you." I said,
"Yeah, what kind of dealership is this?"
Yeah, so that's crazy.
That's the Locks dealership. It's D Block.
Oh,
it was like this.
Yeah, right,
bro. That was the crazy thing. You would never. That was Valley Stream Honda, bro.
It wasn't, son.
That was Valley Stream Honda.
It's worth.
I got miles from there.
I know.
Yeah. Bro, Shorty said, bro, when she said, and I went there with a friend, chilling. She there was like the funny thing, Shorty was like, "Yo, you gonna get that car?" I said, "No, I'm not." "Yeah, I'm here to see what y'all." I said, "I'm here to see what y'all got." "Oh, we got an SI waiting for you." "Huh? You drive a SI, right? Cool. Yeah, it's all good. We need that car back. It's car shortage. And plus, you know what? At the end of the day, it's your car. And I guarantee you're going to walk away from this. You're going to walk away this with a brand new car." I said, "I don't want a new car. I just want to see what you got as an option for stick. This is the only stick, and you're going to hop into it." Bro, end of the night.
Vernacular.
Bro.
We're going to give him a pass because he's on the show.
Like what?
It's
Evo
crazy.
dealership or something like that?
Damn.
Evo Honda?
Yo, Jay, I will. Shout to Maul, and he said Wu-Tang Honda.
They said, yo, protect your neck. We're gonna need that back though.
Neck. Yo, Jay, how's it going out there in Cali, man? Drop us something real quick, man, before we move on. What else we got? What's going on out there, man? How you doing with this carbon fiber export you doing?
It was all right for a while, but that chapter came to an end a while ago because company unfortunately got furloughed. It'd be like that from time to time. So I'm out here just doing details on buses, making a little bit more money. Believe it or not, it is what it is.
Shout to Draco. I'm telling you, we got future comedians in our comments. Draco says state property Honda.
Yo, for real though.
Throw up the H.
You go get down and you go lay down.
They got the audacity to have a daddy come up and tell you like, nah, you're gonna have to take that car. You're going home today in another car.
Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, that is hilarious. So with that being said, yo, Jay, man, we about to continue on with the show, my brother. We appreciate you.
Oh, by the way, gentlemen, I will be back in New York on the 21st to the 28th.
So you're going to be on the show the 27th. Say no more.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Gotta have you in, Jay. Gotta have you in. And don't forget to remind me because the management over here sucks.
Yeah, it's bad.
Don't forget to because
I got you, man. I got you.
We gotta make sure we have to get a secretary around here.
Damn,
so it's a good idea.
Make sure it's a woman. I believe in equal equality.
Listen,
this
equal
opportunity.
I love you, babe. Look,
no, it's a business.
Yo, it's crazy right now.
Get married, but not
it go be the women's secretary.
Yo, bro, no. Yo, listen. Bro, listen, they always blame Wings for this. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter what the proximity is about, Wings gets blamed for everything.
Wings get so I can blame you. I'm like,
yeah, it's okay.
I tell you this. We're gonna have a Farnsworth Bentley in here.
You know what though? But you know what though? Hold on, wait, before I go though, I gotta tell you the story though. If this kind of goes alongside with the same thing. I went to Lexus over here. One, I was applying for a job at the time, and they see me kind of pull off in the ISF, and I'm like, all right, cool. Let me go around the area. Let me look around. Let me check it out. They got an RCF. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Congratulations, but it's kind of clean, whatever, right?
Right.
And then they same thing. They like, yo, we like this ISF. Yo, listen, you about to drive off in this today? I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Damn.
How much is it? How much is my monthly payment? Nah, don't worry. Your monthly payment's gonna be like $790 a month. I'm like, wow, that sounds cool. Not for me, but that sounds cool though.
Yeah, but remember, car payments now are around in $1,000.
Damn.
And this is why a lot of these cars are not selling.
Just find like a 90% APR.
Hold on, I gotta shout some of my people out, man. I gotta shout to my guy Anthony Green.
Let's go.
Tuned in. He said, "Good afternoon, my brothers." And shout to Yoli Thomas. We see you out there, Yoli. How you doing? Let's go. I had to shout out some of my people real quick. That is crazy. But like you said, they come. The prices for car payments now are up there.
Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you do your thing. Well, I have two things to say.
Let's go.
Oh, whoa. Slow down. We just met. Pause.
Shit.
Insinuations is crazy.
Yo, wild here right now. That's it.
The vernacular.
So, all right. Quick story. Oh, matter of fact, I'm gonna sneak you something different.
Okay.
And I want a comparison.
Okay.
And then we're going to go at the comparison at the end of your podcast. This is y'all. This is y'all, John. So I respect game. So that's first thing. Second thing, my ex-girlfriend hit me up because she wanted a car.
Oh, don't start the story. Don't start the story. Please don't start the
story. Dr.
Phil like, yo, hold on. He like, hold on. Hold on, Wings. What's going on right now? Hold on.
So she hits me up. She was like, yo, I want to get a Honda Fit. I said, why? They discontinued our car back in 2016. Oh, because I want one and it's cute and I won't have parking troubles. You know what? All right, fine. Look for one.
Serious.
And you know, yeah, she dead ass. There's no.
You have no idea.
No idea.
Said no idea.
So
not gonna go. So the fact that you put me onto them fits, man.
Oh well, hold on. The fits we talk about is complete. Don't worry about that. That's still happening. That's still happening. Get me a Honda Fit.
Okay, so I said, you know, I'm busy at work because I work with my hands and my mind, and I got a plot of stuff. And just in case I got to do a plan B and a plan C, so I can't talk to you right now. Call Dr. Phillip, and he will hold you down, and he's gonna give you an option game plan.
Let's go.
So, but I want a Honda Fit. Listen to the doctor. He has a prescription that's around your price range that's good for your health.
Let's go.
Okay. She totally ignores me. So she goes on her job website, looks for a dealership, and it shows a Honda Fit for at least like 11 grand.
Okay.
So it sounds good, right?
Oh, it gets better. It gets a lot better.
She was missing something?
So she lives in Brooklyn.
Okay.
She went to Jersey.
Yeah.
Josie. Okay, cool. So she went to Jersey. She seen a sticker price for it was 18,000. I'm sorry, 18,000.
Ooh.
How'd it go from it was 11 you said? It was 18?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so they flew.
Oh, man,
Okay.
that's 2K waters right there.
That's the stealership now.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't the dealership no more. They stealing.
They stealing. So she calls
What's
me
underneath the big flag?
She calls me a day later saying, I'm here. And I said, here where? You're not around where I work. She was like, no, I'm in Jersey. I went to go check it out. Guess what? I don't like these guys. They're looking at me like I'm beneath them. Mind you, I'm not going to say what type of religion they were in, but they were a bunch of men, respectably. And they seen her coming from a mile away.
Right.
They definitely
2 miles away.
Damn, 2?
So at that point,
this is the reason why non-car people, you need car friends, please.
Right.
Exactly. So I don't like the vibe that they're giving me. They're disrespecting me. Like I'm here to spend my money. How are they disrespecting you? Yo, they just told me one price and I'm trying to bargain them down. Leave. Okay, I'm going to leave. Are you sure you're going to leave? Yes, I am going to leave. I don't tolerate this. I'm out of here.
She left with the car though.
No. Yeah. She signed half the paperwork.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
I said, what's the APR and what's the interest rate they're giving you? And what's your credit score giving you? I have good credit, so it shouldn't be a problem. What's the interest?
30.
What is the score that they gave you for your interest rate?
Wow.
I don't know what that looks like.
She don't know what it looked like? Oh man, fam.
No, it gets better.
Leave her at the altar.
Still somehow gets better.
So it gets better.
Shout to my man Green. He said Jersey don't have a lemon law. The engine could fall out once you drive off the lot.
Don't matter.
Yo, continue on because it look like Green.
Listen, you get that 5-foot warranty, man. It'll go a long way.
5-foot warranty.
So I get called Friday night. Yo, I need your help. I said, what happened? I signed half the paperwork. They want me to finish up, and they got the plates, the temporary plates waiting for me. I said, the hell did you do?
Man, you still can say no.
Yeah. Oh no, it gets better.
This was communicated to her.
No, let's go on to the day. So I have plans on that prior Saturday, which trying to get a little 50% off groceries. But that's
50% off the groceries.
Yeah, so
I'm through.
It's a family show.
This is New York City, baby. If you ain't got no kind of scam, you ain't a real New Yorker.
It's not a scam.
It's not a
It's not a scam. It's legit.
No, it's not.
Anyway, so I had to take the time out my Saturday. She said, "Don't worry about it. I'll drive you there." And I said, "I don't know if I feel safe." So.
You're just in Trenton?
No, I don't feel safe. Call her. Because I said something stupid gonna happen to me today.
They already got the guns up,
bro. So I go there and I said, I thought you said you went to a dealership. She said, this is a dealership. I said, this is a brokerage firm.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying, son. See, this is what happens when you don't go. She should have never went in the first place.
Thus, after that, in the car, why did you take the day off from work and come over here? The best part?
This is that $15 toll to get back.
And the gas. And the gas. That's crazy. Shout out to my man Green. He said food stamps can save your life.
Shout out to the G.
We will neither confirm nor deny that this has to do with food stamps.
Yo, I'm not mad.
So, okay. So we went there. I seen what I was dealing with. And I said, you know they don't respect you, right? These are your peoples.
Right.
These are your peoples. It's not my peoples. These are your peoples. If you felt disrespected, you didn't like the vibe, why did you stay? Oh, because I wanted.
It always been your own.
I wanted the car. I said, yo.
But they raised the price $7,000.
Oh, no, it gets better. So I'm going through the paperwork. She's talking to her brother-in-law over the phone.
And he's like, buy it.
So I'm just looking through this. I said, for the first page, 11% interest. I said, I tried to teach you about credit score. You might have a 750, but your biggest credit card is 2,500. That's not worth anything. You're bronze. I'm gold. You know why I'm gold? I told you, give me the time so I can take you to Honda Valley Stream because I'm well situated over there and they know me.
AKA State Property Honda.
State Property Honda.
AKA Wu-Tang
Honda.
You can get this car.
Honda.
Damn, son.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Black hand.
Yo, yeah, wow.
Hey, listen, if you find the bodies in the trunk, it belongs to you.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I'm sitting there and he's telling me to do I'm going through the paperwork. She's talking to her, she's talking to her brother-in-law. I said, yo, call Dr. Phil.
My words were, until you drive off the lot with the car, it is not yours. You can blow the deal up at any time. It's not yours until you drive off the lot.
Shred the paperwork.
Yours.
Shred the paperwork.
You could have signed every single piece of paperwork. You could have mounted the plates onto the car and drove to the edge of the parking lot.
It's a fact.
You can then get out of the car, walk back into the dealership and say, you know what? I don't want to do this, and shred the paperwork. Until you drive off the lot, it is not yours.
So
this was communicated to her.
Oh, it's not done yet.
Painstakingly communicated to her.
It gets better. It gets better, right?
Man,
it gets better.
Oh my God.
So I call him back and forth. What you tell her? Exactly that. I bet. Yo, she don't want the car. Well, honestly, homie, respectfully, what I'm saying to you is, she's my customer. You're not. I said, ooh.
He said that to you.
He said that to me. I said, ooh. I said, get rid of the car. Don't worry. Just walk away. Just walk away. But
that audacity
you was standing there with her, you was on the phone.
No, I was standing here with, and I said,
oh no. I'd have been like, nah, fam. You don't hear me. We out.
So unfortunately, and I said, she don't want the car, leave it alone. But on the other ear, it's, yo, the brother-in-law is telling her, off rip, you already signed most of the contract. You can't get out of it. Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
I love to meet people like this, man.
Yo,
what are you talking?
Why you think? Yo, again, please don't bypass New Jersey, please.
That's ridiculous, yo.
So it was ridiculous, and I'm getting pissed off, and I'm walking away and coming back and walking away. Don't sign another piece of paperwork until I walk away.
The phone while this is happening, and I said, "Oh, but he said that I signed the paperwork and I can't do anything." I said, "He's an effing moron, and I didn't use effing.
I love the fact that he cleaned it up for the family show.
Absolutely, it's a family show.
Dr. Phil.
He's an effing moron. Do not listen to him because he has no idea what the F he's talking about.
French toast. That's what he means. So overall, she's finished signing the paperwork, and then she gives you this look.
Wait, she finished signing the paperwork.
She finished signing the paperwork.
Oh, so she bought the car.
She bought the car, and thus after that, she's like this,
looking at you.
Yeah, and
I said like this. Who's she looking at?
No. So me being me being the nigga that hold shit down.
Oh no!
Your
wings.
I'm sorry. The big boy. I'm sorry. I retract my statement. I'll apologize. So I apologize. Yeah, I'm sorry. I get really emotional every time I tell this story, so I might slip up. Bro. Out the table.
That's it, son.
All the magazines is all over the floor.
So the person that I am, I said, you know what? I hope you're happy with your purchase. I hope you get what you wanted from this car, and I'm happy for you. And I hope it was everything you ever wanted within the Honda Fit from 2016.
And she's like this. I'm good.
She heard me laughing in Jersey from Queens, bro.
That's hilarious.
Thus after that,
that's why you just burst out laughing for no reason.
Yes.
Right. So thus after that, she told me, I will never do anything so rambust like this and so sporadic ever again in my life. I said, darling,
you were told not to do it this time.
You're paying $25,000.
Cat said he's out of control. They said he's fishtailing now over there. They said the language is crazy. He was over there. They said the language. Look, shout to Milton. He said,
too hot. That's all.
He said this is why Dr. Phil didn't want to hear the story again. Look, he's like this because he's wilding. That's it.
Yeah.
So I told
right now.
So mind you, I said you paid $25,000 for a 2016. I drive a 2022 Honda Civic Si. Your car costs $5,000 less than my brand new car I drove off the lot with 0 miles on it.
I say this, me personally, at that point, and when people want to jump into whatever, that's why I'll be like, I don't got nothing to say.
Yeah.
Yo, you went into this with both feet. You went into this with both feet. And my thing is, I can't protect you once you ain't protecting yourself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing for you. I can't do nothing for you. And we got a whole bunch. Even it's funny I brought it up about dealers. You know what I'm saying? About dealerships. Shout out to Draco. He said, and this is when you go, this is why you the X. That is hilarious.
And this is why, once again, please, people,
icing on the cake.
People, please.
Icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake.
Let's go.
This man, after she signs the paperwork, looks at the salesman and is like, yo, you know what you just did. And what my man does, my man had the Grinch smile, bro, from ear to ear, just straight joke, straight. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Said, the smile.
You're a mean one.
From ear to ear. He knew exactly what he was doing.
But at the end of the day, unfortunately, so did she.
She
was like this. Oh, no, bring it. Can't show no people like that. No, like I can't help you. At this point, son, you just showed me why I can't help.
Absolutely. Understand.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
It's the Understand.
There it is.
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Understand, son.
Jeez. Yo, Jay, we about to move it on, kid. Where you at?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Jay, we gonna move it on. You know, we got a whole bunch of shows. We got a whole bunch of shows. It's about to get interesting now.
I feel you, man. Listen, go ahead, guys. Do what y'all do. I will see y'all in a week and a half from now?
Yes, sir. On the air, you with us? 12 o'clock. Don't forget, kid. We waiting for you.
I got y'all, man. Send me the details.
Let's go, Jay. You know what it is, kid. Shout to my guy, Jay. We appreciate you.
Factory, let's do it.
Let this holla, bro. Yo, you have a nice one, Jay.
All right, Jay.
Let it breathe for 15 minutes, bro.
All right, peace.
Bye.
Let it breathe.
Shout to my guy, Jay. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Sniff it first.
So we gotta, yo, boy. The family show is out the window.
I said, smell what the drink.
Yo, he said, yo, sheesh. Look at Draco. He said, is that libations? Never, sir. This is actually just a red cup. I will say, however, though, right? There's a couple of things going on, and we could talk about this. This is going to lead us right into our
It's Tech Talk.
Actually, well, we already in it, but Toyota Supra sales. Toyota Supra sales have plunged by 50% in 2023. Shout to Granny. She showed the red cup. Shout to my guy, Tiny Red Cup. You already know what it is. What do y'all think of that? Supra sales are down 50%.
I think it's awesome.
Damn. Why you say that?
As long as they come with stick shift, that means I'm liable to get one.
It's not a bad way to.
It's not a bad way of looking at it.
It's not a bad way of looking at things.
You know, somebody else sitting at that table thinking the exact same way.
So
Dr. Phil's wild.
I gotta say,
That's a fact.
I gotta say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it just highlights how these cars are not being gotten to the people that needs to have them. Continue on.
I was gonna say, because partially due to the dealers, they too fat when it comes to these things, huh?
Sales on everything is down 50%, man.
Shout to Drake.
Look at all pickup trucks. They got more pickup trucks on the lot now than anything. And sales on everything is down. So yeah, of course if the sales on pickup trucks in America is down, you best believe the sales on sports cars are gonna be down for sure.
Yeah, but the GTR is up though.
Yeah, you know why the GTR is up? Because they sold 15 of them.
By the way, the Vader one.
Actually, that's hilarious. Actually, like
exactly.
350, yo.
Exactly.
They sold a few of them.
I'm gonna
They
ask
sold
you
800.
before the end of the
Nissan
show
sold
which one you like better.
800,000 cars last
Copy
year.
that.
Yeah.
And they sold 350 GTRs. That should tell you where the GTR was in the pecking order at Nissan sales.
So I will say this, right? As far as the Toyota Supra, and let's be honest here. I feel like the Supra never got its proper love in the car community anyway. I feel like it was always a black sheep. Somebody showed up with one. It's like, yo, they go one of them BMW Supras.
Damn.
Shout to Draco because he said, you mean BMW sales are down.
Damn.
Hilarious. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. And I feel like, you know what? That's kind of vehicular treason. Because I feel like at the end of the day, Toyota did take the time to put it out. Don't get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
When the new CEO took over, when he was like, yo, look, I don't like none of these cars. And they had to go back to the drawing board for the GR Corolla, the GR86. They had to refine these things to his pleasure. And one of the things that they did was make this manual, because it was auto.
It was auto, but the problem was like the Toyota was nearly done. I mean, the Supra was nearly done.
Yes,
it was nearly out the door already.
Yes,
they pushed hard to get it back.
Yes,
I don't know why they went this route. I guess because it was cheaper, obviously, cut the losses or what have you. But
cheaper.
I think this car didn't get the correct amount of love since it debuted. They should have dropped their menu from the gate.
I believe I'm with you on that.
I agree with that.
They should dropped it from the gate manual.
My thing is, what was the problem?
I mean, we know the problem already.
No, because not that they wanted to sell an automatic one.
Oh, that was the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
When you have the wrong people in the wrong positions of power, this is what happens. The project lead for the Supra at the time was basically because they developed the manual. They were developing the manual transmission. They were planning to release them both concurrently.
Yes.
The project lead for the Supra basically said the performance of the automatic is so good, we don't need a manual.
That sounds like what they told me about that Hellcat.
Exactly.
It sounded like what they said about the C8 Vet.
But the funny thing, but the funny thing is,
still on the
you're
lot.
killing,
Exactly.
you're killing the experience of what a sports car is supposed to be.
Exactly.
Keep an open mind.
Why do you buy a sports car?
Literally, though.
We could all be driving SUVs because they're practical. We could all be driving 4-cylinder SUVs because they're practical.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? They're good on gas. They can hold the family. They can do all of that, and it gets you from point A to point B. Absolutely. But we do not. You know why we don't? Because we care about the driving experience. And you know what enhances the driving experience? That little third pedal that you push to change it, to switch your own cogs, to change your own gears.
And now let's go back to basics when you learn how to drive, especially in America, right?
Yes.
So at the end of the day, they tell you your left foot sits on the rest foot and your right foot goes on the gas and the brake. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Americans that they don't understand. That left foot is supposed to be the clutch foot. And
some Americans.
Some Americans.
They get it.
They get it. They get it. It's not a bad. Yeah. $35.
Smooth.
$35.
It's got a nice aftertaste.
Yeah. So thus after that,
shout to Draco.
That's a fact.
So like the thing that gets me so upset is people think they know it all until they. Let's get it.
Man. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Gentlemen, it's the guy that wants to learn how to drive a stick. It's Militar.
Oh boy!
First off, right, I gotta say this. We gotta correct everybody's vernacular. Miller's my guy though, and shout to NYC Militar.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy Militar. But we can't keep calling it stick. Pause.
Manual.
We are violating the astute vehicular.
So hold on, let me finish my point, caller, before you go and do your thing respectfully. So it's like learning the half step. Instead of learning the 2-step, it's a half step. Okay. And thus after that, they think they know it all until they go into the third pedal, which is a total reset and a recall of what they think about driving. That makes the experience much better. Because the funny thing is, it goes on it goes on the gut feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
It goes on the hearing. Your senses go when you start to learn manual.
And you're using all extremities. Is what a lot of people don't really, and it's the same thing when you riding a motorcycle.
And you want to hit a crazy part? That's called nature.
Oof. Let's go. Could we get a
That's it, right?
Right. Yo, Militant NYC, what's good, my guy? What it is?
What's going on?
Said he want to learn how to drive manual.
You got the all-star squad in the building.
Drinking iced tea.
Dr. Phil. Paging Dr. Phil.
Paging Dr. Phil.
Let's go.
Dr. Phil.
But to not go off that topic,
yes.
One of our good dear friends, whose first name is Shawn.
Yes.
The last time I saw that brother, you know what he was telling me? He said, look, if you notice how you walk, it's almost the same way you have to operate a stick, because your
manual
right hand, your manual. Pause. Yeah, y'all got the red cup, and I'm feeling the red.
This is a family show, sir. We don't preference sticks.
Shout to my guy Seneca. He's in the building too. Another BMW owner.
Let's go,
Seneca. We see you.
So Shawn said, he's like, you notice how when we walk, the left leg walks with the right hand when it comes out.
Yes.
So what he said to me was, when you're sitting in the car, your left hand is on the manual, while your right hand is on the steering wheel. But while that's going on, while your right hand is over there, your left foot is on the. What did he say?
That's actually interesting.
Left foot on the clutch. Yo, I've never thought of it like
on
that.
The outside, right?
Unless you're Michael Myers.
The outside, right?
Yeah.
Shout to S.
Left foot on the clutch. Left hand. Left foot moves with the right hand. Yeah, nah.
Right.
And vice versa. Nah, that's nice. I like that.
That's what he was. That's what he was explaining to me. He said, once you understand that rhythm, then it all comes like what's name said. It all comes with feel, and then you'll be able to shift and do what you can once you grasp that concept.
So there's two.
Now I'm just.
There's two things I gotta say to
that. I'm out here walking like I ain't got no sense.
Look, you swinging on. Now you paying attention. Yo, you You see how you
people looking at me. People looking at me wrong. Yo, what's wrong with this dude?
Because you're trying to make sure that you're keeping everything in sync now. Before you was like, going everywhere.
Straight Looney Tunes.
Yo,
now you're walking down the block like the Terminator.
Yo, you get RoboCop status like this.
Yeah, stupid.
Drop it. Yo, I will say this though, right? I would. That's about 90% until you go right hand drive. Because when you go right hand drive, you shifting with your left hand.
But isn't it the same way? But you just like switching.
Nah, you're shifting with your left hand.
So imagine how coordinated you got to be to do that.
So let's be real. For the opposite side, it feels a little bit more natural. In America, when you go from left to right, it feels way more natural.
So I would say
right hand drive. Not to cut you off, but right hand drive. The reason why it feels more natural is because most of us are right handed, so our dominant hand is on the steering wheel. When we're driving left hand drive, I mean, most of us have gotten over it and basically taught ourselves how to use our left hands while we're driving. Right? Because I don't use my left hand for nothing else.
My left hand can't hang out the window.
Boy,
I use my left hand for nothing else.
I don't know right now.
When I'm in the car, when I'm in the car, my left hand is my dominant hand.
Oh my god,
yo, ain't on front though, son. This is getting bad.
They talking about this.
All right, guys. Y'all need to get rid of all your cups,
son. No other job, son.
Yo, shout to Draco because he said Miller walking around looking like Conor McGregor now. But I gotta say at the same time though, right? The only other car that I could think where that probably came up as being a problem and it was fixed rather weirdly was the Ford GT40. Because it is in fact, right?
Okay.
It's right hand drive, but the shifter is by the door.
Oh wow!
So that like when they raced that car in Le Mans, that probably was an issue. And they was like, yo, I just can't drive this car with the shift in the middle if I got to shift with my left hand. So if you look at a Ford GT40, not the newer one, now we're not talking about the Ford GT, the Ford GT40, aka the Ferrari Slayer.
Yeah,
when you open the door, the shifter is right there. That's very interesting because he couldn't get around it. You're right.
Is that
F1? It sits in the middle and then the shifter's on your right hand side.
The paddle shifters on the steering wheel too.
Well, paddle shifters are AKA
on the steering wheel,
flappy paddles.
The flappies.
Yeah.
Listen, two in the pink one. Let me stop.
Hey.
See, now they got me talking dirty. They got me talking filthy.
Giggity goo.
But I would say when it comes down to me, like when I learned how to drive manual on my CRX, and it was a change for me because I still was, I was trying to wrap my head around the whole concept of clutch and gas. It was, it took a while to understand that, you got to level it off in order to take off. But once you start moving, it's very hard for the car to shut off. You really got to be doing horribly in order for the car to shut off.
Shout out to Honda.
Damn. I would say the best thing that I did for myself when I had my CRX, I was practicing burnouts in my driveway. And I had to get it out of my system because I had to, because what I was doing was I was popping the clutch.
Yeah.
I was popping. Shifting gears. I was wild. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then I started to understand that I could control it that way.
Yeah.
So now I learned how to control the throttle and the throttle and the clutch, and that worked for me when I learned how to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Because I truly understood the concept. Yeah. It was not hard at all. Pause. Because it was.
Yo. Wild out here.
Right now.
Wilding right now.
We wilding right now. We wilding.
Yes.
We wilding right now. I'm sorry. It was crazy.
He grasped the concept because it wasn't stiff.
Yo, I ain't gonna front y'all out of hand today.
The vernacular was crazy.
Yo,
I'm sorry.
Oh, man,
that was wild. I'm sorry. That was
that only happened having 4 or more people in that room is dangerous.
Wait, SI been safe for the most part. You might just slip up
at the moment.
I'm gonna be all right. So y'all making me understand you to stand clear.
The show ain't over. Don't think you're getting away. You're next.
Yo, shout to Tamara Crystal JC in there.
Let's go.
Shout to her. Let's go. Everybody's tuned in. Shout to Sales. He said people at the pool looking at me. I'm laughing. He said like, what? Yo, let's go. I'm wilding right now. I totally understood the concept though. So like when I started riding my bike, it was like that. It was lightning. It was like, okay, cool. Now the thing was, the thing I had to learn was really with motorcycles. It's more shifting your body weight.
Yeah.
It's not really. It has no. It's not really because you'll get the throttle and the clutch and the brake concept.
Hopefully.
But let me tell you, it's about weight distribution, and I'm not a light dude.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to. You got to learn how they call it, AKA, y'all gonna laugh, the push-pull method. When you push your handlebars to go into a turn to really lean. You don't really. A lot of people think you turn.
Nah.
Your handlebars are no good
at all
after a certain speed. That's weight distribution now. You got to learn how to.
I just learned something new.
And you'll see if you ever look at any kind of Moto GP. Shout to I was watching Moto GP and I remember watching a video of Valentino Rossi because the guy is like a
savant.
Yeah, he's a savant. There was a point in time where he was riding for Yamaha before he went on to Ducati.
Yeah,
and he started to kick his leg out, and a lot of people couldn't understand why he was doing it. Even though I think they understood, they just thought that he was brave to be doing it. What he was doing was he was distributing his weight quickly. Because remember, these MotoGP riders are short and light. They're not really heavy. They're not heavy guys. So sometimes you come out of, let's say, the Sachsenring in Germany. Yeah. You may come out of that. There's about, I think the Sachsenring has 11 left-hand turns. It's like you go up, it's like going up a hill, and you come down all of the turns on the way down. So there's a point where you may have to, like I call it flea flick. You got to go from left to right real quick. And he had to utilize he had to weight distribute. So he would throw his leg out to distribute faster to be able to take some of these turns. Very interesting guy, man. If you get a chance, check that out, Miller.
And crazy as that sounds, I understand that because when I used to ride my bicycle, when you were going fast, you couldn't make certain turns because you made certain turns, you were up and over, and you was on your ass.
That's what I'm saying.
So it is weight distribution when you're on your bike, whether it's a motorbike or whether it's a bicycle, because speed also plays a role. Because you got to be able to make sure that you can make that turn, because some of those turns are sharp as heck. So you got to go out wide to come back in. Pause. Woo!
Let's go. But it's correct, and that's why I say, like, most car enthusiasts could easily be motorcycle enthusiasts because of what it takes.
Yeah.
What it really takes to master riding a motorcycle. Because it really does challenge you. And we're not talking about, this is why you see a lot of guys that drive automatic cars don't want nothing with bikes.
Yeah.
Because they can't grasp the concept.
Yeah.
Oh, why I gotta do this? And you'll see them, and the ones that are trying, I give them their props. But at the end of the day, after riding my motorcycle for damn near 15, 16 years, I will say the transition from my car to that was seamless, and I understood it. And when you understand it, now you can do what you got to do. But you get a lot of guys, they think all they're gonna do is jump on a motorcycle, go fast, and go straight. You got something to tell you. Things change quickly.
And even if you are going straight, that's just as challenging just to keep that.
Yes.
Just to keep that, because all you need is a small groove in the road, and that's all it takes.
But this is one of the Millers. I'm glad you brought that up, because this is one of the reasons why riding a motorcycle in NYC can be dangerous. And a lot of people was like, oh, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to ride. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you ride a motorcycle, when you're turning, you have to fully commit. See, with a car, you could go into a lane and go back without a problem, without messing up your whole equilibrium when it comes to doing that. But with a motorcycle, when you turning, you leaning, so you commit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's hard to come out of that.
Yeah, it's a different game.
So let's say, for instance, you're going around the turn. Let's say you're going from the Van Wyck to the Belt Parkway. Prime example.
Ooh.
We all know that turn. When they redid that turn, I was going through there every night. Every night. I'm hitting that turn 100 miles an hour, right? Now I hit that turn one night, and I'm leaning into that turn hard. And next thing you know, a car cuts me off in the middle of the turn. So now you gotta lean harder to either come out of it, or you gotta go this way. But that's not easy because weight distribution. You have to commit when you turn in a motorcycle. If you do not commit,
it's a different ball game.
It's a whole different.
It's
crazy. When you say commit, I believe you mean master that weight distribution. Because at the end of the day, if you didn't master that weight distribution and know how much you're putting in, it could become a skid out or something worse.
I tell you what, I give you the reason why I say commit, because it starts here and it starts here. It starts with what you see.
Between your ears.
Yes. It starts from what I see.
And then it registers down to the rest of the body.
And then through. So when I say commit, like when I'm turning, that means I seen something and I can't hesitate.
Yeah, there's no backing out of it at this point.
Because and now if anybody interrupts you in the middle of that, you street pizza.
Yeah,
and this is why it's dangerous.
That's anticipation too. It's a chess game against everybody else that's out there on the highway.
Right.
Because your 0 to 60 on your bike is different than my 0 to 60 in my truck.
My 0 to 60 is not my 0 to 90. My first gear take me to 103 on my GSXR 1000 when I stretch it. If I'm taking it all the way to 12 and a half RPM, which sounds crazy.
The automatic transmission community doesn't understand what that means.
No, they don't.
When
get
I take
I know what that means.
Yeah, Miller.
That means I can sit my ass down and go ahead and watch you go ahead.
He learned.
I'll give you a prime example.
Man, Miller, we gonna get you in a stick shift Ford Focus or something, man. We gonna get you driving stick shift soon, man.
So
or Ford Cruise.
Here's my thing. And that's another thing you got to take in. See, that's what I'm saying. Motorcycles are way more technical.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, we can have fun with the cars, and there's things you could do in the car, and the car will make you pay for it. A motorcycle is gonna make you pay every trip.
Them things are so unforgiving, son.
And this is 100%. Why these new motorcycles now, I'm like, they lighter, they got all kind of traction control, ABC, this, that, and the third. They not serious. When you're serious. That bike will make you. I fell off my motorcycle twice. Both times it hurt because I did something stupid.
Yeah.
Both times. You feel what I'm saying?
A hard head makes a soft bottom.
And you know what a friend of mine told me? He always says anytime he gets on the bike, he gets dressed for the fall.
Oh boy. And you know what's funny? I've been riding bikes a long time, and I always say this. To me, it's like when it comes to riding with gear and all of that, I can't front. Both times I fell, I had nothing but a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid for it.
Damn. So you said when you ride, you just had a t-shirt on?
I just had a t-shirt on.
Yo, for real?
No, t-shirt.
He had his moment. He had his moment.
We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming.
I just had to double check. Like, that's what you was doing.
Yo, so here's the thing, right? I thought it was cool to have on jeans, boots. I was riding with a t-shirt, helmet, you know what I mean? Little vests. I was in the club at the time. But I will say, like, after both of those times of falling, it's like, to me, gear is a false sense of security. And I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I say this, but at the end of the day, me riding with t-shirts and gloves on with jeans and boots, I'll make sure I'm out with that. It really taught me that you better be safe.
Yeah,
because you ain't got no other option.
That's how I feel every time I decide to turn that key. So
let's
make
go.
It happen, son. Every single time.
I'm in 90-degree weather and I'm wearing a shirt like this. They trying to understand why. I'm like, fam, if you ain't on a bike, you won't understand.
That's a fact.
That's it.
I don't understand.
Shout to my sister. She said skinned up to the white meat. She remember. Yo, I fell off that bike with the t-shirt on, kid. I slid across the ground and looked like I was swimming. I couldn't stop. I was like this. I'm backpedaling. Damn. Wow. Damn. Yo, when I got up, kid, I was picking rocks out of my arm like this. Yo, the person in the car took off because they almost crashed into me. They took off. Yo, all I did was take the rear hugger from my motorcycle. Everything that fell off, I just stuck it up under my arm and rode home. Man.
Yo,
I'm on
reckless,
eBay looking for parts, picking rocks out of my arm, son. I'm gonna keep it
Wow.
It's a young man's game.
So would you call that road rash?
Oh yeah,
that is what that is.
Yeah, son.
And not for nothing. I went and took my train operator final after that because Catch was looking at me like, "Yo, you just got that bike. What happened?" You just got it. I was on the pavement, and I'm operating a train like this. And let me tell you, the worst thing you could do is having that scab crack and break.
I remember when I was going to get mines, right? My instructor said, "Yo, you just gotta be really like smooth and deliberate in all your actions."
Yes.
And from there, I was like, "Damn, son, that makes sense." That's why Papa was like, "Yo, you gotta commit. You gotta be really smooth and deliberate in your movement. Because if you're not, you're gonna pay for that shit, bro. Every single time." So it's crazy. It get crazy.
I would say, Miller, when you start driving manual, and when you go into the, because it's gonna happen. Now that you understand like motorcycles operate the same way a manual car does, it really hits home like, yo, these dudes are doing something that's truly professional.
Yeah, when you think about
when
it,
when you look at Schumacher versus Lewis versus Hamilton.
Okay.
Hamilton may have more. They got the same amount of championships, but if you telling me that Schumacher's race to the top wasn't tougher,
nah, absolutely.
because he had
my man was shifting his
Bro, that's what I'm saying, Doctor. Like the whole time,
pedals, boy. My man,
the whole time, the whole
Schumacher
time.
had 3 pedals, boy.
So you got to start
the whole time. Kid.
So even though Miller, like I said, like manual was a great thing, they do have all kind of things now, but to get the true experience of it is only going to be with an older car.
I was going to say, if you really want to have the experience, take the computer out the equation.
I said, don't worry, Miller. I said, man, we
take that motherboard out.
Wait. The 2000 Ford Focus, and we gonna get it in.
Now, brother man, I hope you realize, even with the old cars, they have computers in it too. But it's a different type of computer.
Right. They have
but they're not as advanced as they are now.
Yes.
They're easily to be glitched on with the new ones that they have now.
You're absolutely right. And my first manual car, shout out to the Sunny 94 limited edition.
Come on,
let's go. Yeah.
There was certain cars that you needed to have at that time.
I had to drive that car home. It was fun.
To
the Cross Island.
On the Waze Liddy dime.
Got that little joint up to a $105. It was dangerous.
Shout to dangerous. Seneca said, find Miller a Jetta. See, that's what I mean. We had cars.
Yo,
like
shout out to Rob with the what we had again.
He had a Rob.
He had a Jetta.
1995 VR6.
Big boy.
What you miss? Yeah, Miller.
I miss. If I can go back in time and change one thing, I would buy a house that I had room to put garage, have a garage, because I would have never gave up my 1996 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. Remember that one? That was the last one that Chrysler actually built themselves.
Yeah.
So here's the thing with that one too.
That would have been my that would have been my project vehicle. And yes, I would try to find all the parts to make that work. Yes, I would have never given that up. That is my project car. Yo, bearded one, you understand what I'm about to tell you. That's my Geo car.
Okay.
So here's the thing, right, with that car. Now, I think I told you this before. I think we talked about this one time, and I had mentioned it.
Yeah, right.
Yo, that Grand Cherokee Jeep, when it went to the auto show of that year, when they first made it, they drove it through the front.
I remember that.
It's crazy. Broke all the glass.
It's crazy.
So,
damn, that was on auto shows. Now look, Jeep ain't even at the auto show no more.
Like we're not even going.
Crazy.
That was next.
No, the Jeep was there. The last auto show that I went to.
But
they're not there no more.
They still run that Jeep. They still do that Jeep where they still got that Jeep Wrangler going up the mountain with their little mountain makeshift stuff.
Hey, yo, Miller, listen to this next announcement, my brother.
Listen to
this next announcement.
Say it again. Yeah, you on there. Go ahead, say it.
You gonna hear it.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Jeep has announced that they will no longer be attending any more auto shows from this point forward. Jeep.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. So they ain't gonna be no more where they got the little course where you ride up and down the roller coaster and they demonstrate the breakover angle and the approach and departure angles and they did the off-road stuff and none of that.
Yep.
Jeep is pulling out of auto shows from this point forward.
Them commercials because that means they straight line.
So check this out. As officially as released 2 days ago, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram are done with American Auto Show. And it says, citing a challenging automotive market
that they created themselves.
The automaker will be absent from the same demonstrations that have helped its nearly dozen car and truck brands connect to customers. Brands like Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram have enjoyed great success over the years because of their larger-than-life displays at auto shows, many of which interactive activities. But some of Stellantis' smaller brands like Fiat and Alfa Romeo also benefited from the additional exposure, but now they are through. And this is a big problem.
That's crazy because you know what they saying in like layman's terms? High hard not the one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just cancel auto shows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Because nobody's there.
Go ahead, Miller.
Those automakers still, for the most part, they still out of the VA because they still pushing them.
Yeah.
Man,
listen,
not no more.
Miller went last year.
We're losing out.
I remember Miller went last year, and he had called and he gave us the rundown. He was like, "Yo, a lot of car." Remember last year when you went, a lot of car companies wasn't there, right?
BMW,
right? Yeah, they weren't there. Some of them weren't there.
So you know what that's
Porsche.
It's not even worth going
because
for
they
them.
were doing that vehicular treason crap.
Shout to Seneca. He said they just cheddar bobbed themselves.
Man.
8 mile and running, baby.
Yeah. So it's like you got to start to wonder, like they're starting to realize that people don't even care to interact with these vehicles anymore. Think about how electric vehicles are starting to change the whole scenario.
Yeah.
Let's keep it funky. It's changing certain people's scenario, who can afford that scenario. Because at the end of the day, I was talking to one of these girls. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about just getting electric." Oh, which you talked about last week,
right?
Hyundai Genesis to be exact.
Get
probably that Ionic.
Yeah. So
she Darkwing ducking it right now. Let's get dangerous.
But at the last one, but at the last one,
I'm trying to hold it. I'm trying to hold it as loud.
That's stupid.
The last one, Genesis had a full size sedan. That was hybrid, but it wasn't a plug-in hybrid. But when they opened the hood, they had 2 batteries.
It's not called hybrid. It's called hilarious.
You said it had 2 batteries?
Yeah, I said that. Yes, I did. Damn. But when I was thinking it was going to be in a traditional sense, where it was like, how are they going to convert and make all this? He said, dude, they have 2 batteries in there now, so it's not the traditional new lithium batteries that they have.
See?
But it's still relying on gas power. So in the back, so in my mind, I'm like, well, if it's still relying on gas power, you still need electric to run the gas. So why are we using extra electric to run gas?
So
gas is what's needed anyway.
We got a couple comments though. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Go ahead now. Shout out to comments before I go in.
Have me over here, roll. Shout to my guy Ryan. He's in the building. He said, get him an SCR. That's what I learned. Right?
Shout out.
And shout to Draco. He said, I would like to suggest iced tea at every show to management.
Yo,
endurance.
Yo, wait, hold on. Before you say anything else, can I promote our?
Let's go. Yes.
Yo, listen. Everybody wants to drink some nice iced tea. Liddy ENT. That's LITTI space ENT. We'll give you the breakdown, and honestly, we'll tell you what you get in the bang for your buck, or if it's actually worth the money.
Shout to them.
Let's go. Fire.
Liddy.
Do it.
I'm drinking a lot of alcohol.
Let me tell you something. They got us over here for $35 wilding. This is iced tea, by the way.
Ice tea leveled up VSOP, not very special.
But Miller, with that being said, that's the thing. It's like now, they have so many different things going on. And like you said, I remember you telling us when you was at the show last year, they had the thing where they was actually letting them drive these electric cars around
inside.
Yeah.
And now
they had the lower level. They had the lower level open. It was just a track.
Wow.
And it was open. They had everybody and their mother that wanted to try one.
Right.
They would drive.
Wow. This is what I'm saying, man. It's changing right in front of us. Have we not been speaking the truth all these years? It's changing in front of us. And it's like, it just goes to show like nobody really cares about the autos the way until they break down. And now it's like all of a sudden everybody's like, yo, we got to take it here to get fixed. And that's all y'all paying attention to. Listen, there's a lot of jobs that will be lost behind this. We're talking about mechanic jobs. We're talking about specialist jobs. We're talking about the only people that's going to be good is people doing brakes.
Yeah.
All right.
But remember, remember your show today was about who? BMW.
Right.
And remember.
So,
and matter of fact, I know a colleague of mine that was like, he was so fed up with his because he was having problems with his car almost every single day. And he said the best day of his life was when he sold it.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's crazy.
So
it became a money pit.
I would like to correct y'all. It's called automotive technician. Shout out to Grady because that's where I went to learn about automotive cars and to learn about how to fix cars because auto mechanicry died out in the I would say the late 1999 to early 2000s. So I'm from a class that came in from 2002 and I learned in 2003 and in 2006 they called it automotive technician.
With that being said,
That
being said, Miller, we appreciate you for tuning in. My God,
it's an honor to be heard, and it's an honor to be amongst some really, really, really good mechanical heads that know what they're talking about. And I'm sorry, I got one more thing.
Let's go.
Dr. Phil took me back, man. He said when that car wouldn't start, put the key, you pump it at you moment you hear that starter clicking, step on the gas, come on, don't let it go, come on.
No, don't let it go. Hey, yo, listen, man, go outside, go take this, hit it with the hammer. You gotta hit the starter with the hammer. You gotta free up the starter while somebody try to turn the key.
I thought I was the only one that tapped.
You were not the only one that had to tap the starter, bro.
Wait, now watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Don't do that. You's out here, bro. Listen. Shout out to the Grand Central. Stalled out on the Grand Central, and I had to get towed back.
Oh no. Yo, I got one better for you. I stalled out in Brooklyn somewhere, and I was like, yo, I got to get up out of here. This ain't the place to be leaving anything. This ain't even the place to pull over and ask for directions. It's like, yo, you know where you at, fam? I'm good, thank you. I know where I'm at. Yo,
I'm only here trying to get directions on how to get away from it.
They see me under the hood. Yo, fam, you need help? You sure you good? You good? I was like, I'm good.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
That's a fact. He's casing the inside. He was grabbable.
He's like, yo, that's a nice radio face you got. Damn. AKA the back streets.
Yeah,
I don't want no problems, man.
That's crazy.
The robbery is generational over there.
Yo, you ain't lying though. That is the truth.
Yo, with that being said, Miller, we appreciate you for tuning in. Listen, Miller, if you're not busy, the 27th, we're gonna have Jay in the building. I would love to have you in the building, sitting alongside him, man. I'm gonna hit you up on the side.
You gotta talk to management. They've been having issues.
Yeah, I gotta talk to man. Yo, first off, management. I'm telling you, management's been dropping the ball on a lot of things over here, man. But this iced tea thing, we're gonna bring that to management personally. Let's see how that works.
Make sure it gets Liddy approved.
Word up, right? With that being said, Miller,
yes,
we're gonna continue
yes.
on. You know what it is. The 27th. Hopefully you be here. Just keep in contact with me. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. Will do, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure and honor. It's a pleasure and an honor, man. Thank you. I appreciate the education. Thank you very much.
No problem, man. Miller time, my guy. All right, later.
All right. Be good. Be safe. Take care. God bless.
Peace. I'm telling you, man, at the end of the day, this is where we at. And with that being said, I can't believe we are way down. And we've got a couple of things.
Just
we
a
want to talk
YouTube
about.
broadcast at this point.
But you know what though? It's working. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We have not stepped away. We got another good question for a lot of people. But before we get into that, because we still got our Legends of Auto here, and we still have our
It's the Understeer.
We ain't get to that yet. We got a couple of dudes out here that's wilding, but in the meantime, we're gonna jump right in. You ready to go?
Let's go. Wait, can I ask you a question real quick? Number one or number two? When you drunk your iced tea, which iced tea you like? Number one or number two?
Oh, number two. By
Number
far.
two.
Number two was crazy.
Dr. Phil, number two?
Number two is nice, man.
I agree with you, number two.
Number two, smooth. I was like this.
And that number two is only $35.
Let's go. That's about the cheapest iced tea you ever go. But with that being said, are y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Go. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right. With that being said, we step right into our driver's etiquette. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop your name in the bottom so we can shout you out. We appreciate everybody in the building right now. We know right now you're just staying around for love, man. We appreciate that. And with that being said, my driver's etiquette today is going to be talking about engine swaps.
Okay.
So we, everybody who knows us know that we love the autos, and we don't like to put blasphemy on the autos. You feel what I'm saying? But there are a couple things we want to talk about, and one thing we're going to talk about is engine swaps.
Yeah.
How do we feel about crossing parts from different brands? Now, the reason I asked that is because I seen a video, and this was really brought us to the BMW. Is the BMW the new muscle car? The reason I asked, there was a video posted recently showing about a guy rebuilding his transmission for a BMW. And he's using American parts. So now what does that tell me? That tells me two things. One, BMW parts are inferior when it comes to this portion of autos.
Okay.
And that American is actually the one. But with that being said, is it truly still a BMW? Or if you swapping an engine that comes from a different car, are you just, and trust me, you're gonna have my homeboy up here next week. Go ahead, you set it off.
I'll set it off.
Let's go, Wings.
So gotta remember at the end of the day what BMW actually stands for, because they were more like they did predominantly they did flights, airplanes, warplanes, and everything else like that.
Yes.
Originally, and then it went towards cars. So within that, they had the technology and the knowledge to know how to make things lighter.
Okay.
Because remember, when they broke down whoever the World War II enemy was, I'm not going to say the names to that.
Germany. I'll say it. I won't say the name, but we'll say the country. Go ahead.
Boom. So going towards that
is the Ferdinand bullshit.
Ferdinand.
So you got to understand this. They had the technology and the influence and the mindset to make things lighter. But in times, in generations, things do change.
Yes.
Things do change. And within that knowledge overall is the hammer to the war.
Okay.
So overall, I would say that has things progressed and things change? 100%. When it comes to the Americans, we learn how to meld into our situation and make things
work.
Boom. So overall, okay, you might make this, but I can make it better for competition wise.
Okay.
Because honestly, in the whole car industry, listen, it's all about the competition, and it's all on. It doesn't matter how much juice you can bring to the car, or how much muscle that comes out of it.
Okay.
Respectfully. So I'm gonna say it like this: like, you gonna respect the juice, or you gonna respect the work that goes into it?
Okay. So you gave me a different angle. I wasn't thinking about it so much like that. because it is a lot of work. That see, my thing is in order to find parts that like once you start going into another brand, to find parts that fit your car is like to me that's like a search in the needle of a haystack.
I think that's a lot of fabrication as far as like
it's a lot of fabrication.
Like as far as like that torque converter situation is like, what do you got to do to get that in there?
Facts.
What car did you take that out of?
How did you know?
What made you try it?
What made you try it?
And that's what brought in that question. You respect the work or you respect the juice?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'll be honest with you. At this point in time, I guess if you're gonna be drag racing and you in a sport where the money means more than anything, it's like not necessarily the know-how, because that's the difference between drag racing now versus drag racing then. Is that you had a lot of dudes that had know-how versus the money.
Yeah.
Dudes were swapping GSR engines and Civics because they didn't have the bread. Because they had the bread, they wouldn't have been driving a Honda.
Wait, so I have a question, right?
Not bad.
So they still doing the
swaps?
The swaps going towards the Civic, towards the Honda.
Accord?
Damn, no, not the Accord. Four-wheel drive.
CRV.
They still doing the CRV swaps?
Oh, the all-wheel drive swaps.
Yeah.
But those are all Honda parts.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta respect. Like who thought? And not only that, you knocking out your frame and all kind of different things to put a diff back there, but they using Honda parts.
But wait though, unless you got an Integra, because remember those came all-wheel drive at a point in time.
Remember that. The Jewel. Let's go.
Wait, hold on. The Jewel, honestly, I think is the Honda Prelude because of that little.
They had the real drive steering, but but the Integras came all-wheel drive at a point.
XSI.
Yeah, they came all-wheel drive. But however, like you were saying with the CRV thing, you still using Honda parts, proving that they still kind of strong. Versus you taking a torque converter out of a American product.
What are you saying?
And that's another question. It's like, is the BMW parts too expensive? Like, how we really truly know how durable M parts are?
How about this?
Put them on the car.
How about this? BMW has their own tools to their own parts because you can't use foreign tools on that part.
Right.
That's a fact. Okay.
So overall, if you want to break it down like that, how expensive?
I think we got a BMW.
That might be a BMW head right now. So
I think we don't call them out.
Then they came
Rally
out the
Radio,
woods.
who we got in the box?
What up? You know what it is. You know who it is.
Solid, my guy Draco, who is actually. Tell him what you're running, Draco.
I'm about to go use the bathroom. I'll be back.
I got a 88 Chrysler Conquest with a 2 JZ CTE swap.
Okay. So now, right? As you having a Conquest, this is very interesting.
Mitsubishi, right?
Chrysler is the Conquest, Mitsubishi is the Starion. It's the same car.
Same type of deal. Okay.
DSM.
So with that being said, right, what made you go to 2J route? What made you do that?
It's interesting.
Well, it started out, like I said, I was a purist. I didn't like swapping. I didn't like none of that. I figured the car's meant to be what it's meant to be. But the G54B engine, it's an okay engine for a forklift engine, but it's a 2-injector sequential system. So that's not really reliable. So after a couple of burnt engines, I had a soft seize, and I was like, you know what? Let me drop something else in there. And I just opened the page, and I saw the 2J. Mind you, I used to hate on Supras.
Yes.
Everybody used to confuse my car with a Supra. I was like, no, dang Supra. What you talking about? And then I had to admit, I was like, the 2J is a better engine. And I dropped it in. Somebody else did it first.
Right.
I measured the engine bay, and I'm like, like my father always told me, I could turn a screw like the next man. So just got to it. I bought mine from JDM World for $1,800. Engine, trans, harness, and the turbo and the brain. I didn't want automatic.
Yes.
So I got a gearbox for $500. And then I went to
them times. Them days.
Never again.
Good day.
Never again. And I got the drive shaft modified from some dude out in Long Island. And it was just like Legos. And
so now
I haven't really, go ahead.
Like now, shout to Draco first off. Shout to you for even speaking on the topic, man.
Thank you. Let's go.
But my thing is now you're in the group with us, and now I see So what you going through now? Is that just the engine? Is that tuning with the engine, or is it trying to get it to work with the harness and the computer telling you one thing or another? Like, elaborate on that a little bit.
The only thing I got now, and it's because I'm too cheap / broke to take it to a tuner, is running rich.
Chill, don't say that. He said I'm too.
And what happens with now? My homeboy told me, "Yo, that narrow band gauge you got,
yes,
doesn't link up to the wide band O2 sensor."
Yeah.
Then he told me, if you're splitting the signal, the resistance can throw everything that's going into the computer, so your computer don't know what to do. I said, "Word?" He said, "Yeah, ditch the gauge and see if you get better a better fuel consumption." So that's what I was about to do. After the show, I'm gonna put on like 50 million pairs of shirts and get some iced tea.
Yo, get some iced tea, make the dream.
That's a fact, right?
Yeah. And then do that, and
make sure
the new
50
hiccup.
minutes.
Yeah, the new hiccup now is my steering gearbox is gone. After 30-something years, I expect all the seals to blow. So I'm about to re-seal the gearbox, and I'm hearing a clanking in the pressure plate. So I think my bearing's going too. So
it was a good relationship at some point.
Yo, but a lot of times it's time to retire. I will say this.
I mean, we never really talked about. Yeah, it's a pain in the neck when you're working on your car, but the burnout in your driveway. I put the car back in the garage for the winter. Just that 5 feet chirping a little bit makes it all worth it.
I hear you because you're getting it.
I'm already in my mind going, yo, next summer I'm gonna have her painted. I'm gonna have my wheels done. I'm going on donut runs. I'm gonna be in the front this time. You know.
So if everybody don't know what he's talking about, everybody knows that Gutter Ball Rally and Rally Radio, we do what we call not necessarily donut. We do speed and grease, and we did do a donut run last time. And shout to Draco because he was there. We got a couple of them coming up, speed and grease during the summer. We're gonna have from March to October. We're gonna be doing 1 a month. We already have them lined up and lined out. I don't like staying in NYC. We out of here because the amount of speed cameras and the amount of police and things like that, we'll never be able to enjoy our car. But in the meantime, it's funny that
007.
007, they outside.
Flip them plates.
So with that being said, I would say I know the feeling, but building a car, see, this is always the hard part. Is that you put so much into it, it's like you gotta get something out of it. It's shout to Zoom for Zoom. He says something real interesting too, by the way. He says swapping parts ain't a bad thing because a lot of manufacturers outsource from other companies. So you'd be surprised what parts will work across platforms with little to no modification. He is actually right.
Okay.
Because
look at the headlights on the Lambo and the 300Z.
Don't be talking about that 300Z. Chill.
Hey, the headlights on the Lamborghini.
You talking about the Diablo and all of those?
Oh, Diablo.
Yeah. Fixed head. No, they're not very similar. I
think they're the same.
They're Nissan.
They're exactly alright.
Wait, hold on. Did y'all see
Lamborghini Diablo fixed headlights are Nissan 300ZX headlights?
Wait, did y'all see the new Did you see the new Did y'all see the new STI back? Wait, hold on. Did you see the new back of the STI? They look like Hondas.
They do.
All right.
Could be.
I'm getting caught up out here. This is crazy. You know, we start learning different things, man. I need time. I need time.
I thought y'all knew that.
I didn't know that.
Nah, they look very similar. I always thought they was
they
similar.
are.
No, they're exactly.
Headlights.
I think
they're Nissan
the only
branded.
difference is they burnt out Nissan on the plastic.
Yeah.
Yo, with that being said, I got a full headache. That's funny. Yo, Draco, so you would say if it comes to swapping engine parts, like right now you're driving a car or you're getting a car on the road that's just swapping from one brand to the next.
Right.
How do you feel? Yeah. How do you feel about that? Would you have to stay with a Chrysler engine had you to found one that fit, or you always had your eyes on the 2J? And elaborate on that a little bit.
Well, back when I got the 2J, I didn't know about, I don't think there were Hellcats around and nothing like that.
No.
If it could fit, I would have put a Hellcat in there.
You'd have jumped out the window.
But why not just throw like a Hemi in there or something like that from the time?
Or Hemi, either one.
Not from that. I don't know if they was around in
but
the 80s. Late
that would have took some real research and development. The reason why I picked the 2J in our community, it was like at least 13, 14 of the guys that did it already.
The Holy Grail. It was the Holy Grail.
To the point where dude is outsourcing the mounts, the engine mounts.
So I gotta say this, right? First and foremost, shout to you for even tackling such a project, because I don't know. You know what I mean? There's only one other person I know that actually tackled something like that. Shout to my guy Cedric Melbourne. Let's go. He put he was one of the first. He was, to me, the first to put a LS engine in his 240.
Nice.
And when he did it, we talking years back. When he did it, we was pulling up to the car meets, and Nissan guys was like, "What is in there?" Because everybody at that time was trying to do an RB.
Right.
RB26 DETT. So when we showed up with it sounding like they was like, what is that? And I remember what he went through to do that. There was no motor mounts for that at the time. So we got those custom made for my man MacGyver. Yeah.
MacGyver. Oh man, rest in peace to the GOAT, man.
That's what I'm saying. So my man MacGyver did those. Then on top of that, the wire harness. Forget it. That had to take from the engine, take from the car, and be sent out. And they figured it out after about 2 months and sent it back. So there was a lot of work. Then when it came to the exhaust, the headers going, because remember he dealt with Flowmaster's headers, and then he went to an Apexi M1 exhaust. That was not easy.
Nope.
So trust me, I understand everything you're going through, Draco. Shout to Draco.
Yeah, I mean, not for nothing. I'm getting the little one a star in for her birthday. Somebody said they saw it on Merit, the red one, for $3K. I think I'll try to wait till he gets down to 27 and pull the trigger.
You said 3 bands?
And
you said 3 bands? Draco, I'm going to look at the camera when I say this. It might not be there. Man, it might not be there. Yo, I'm going to tell you, kid, these, we can't even say, we're not even going to say where it's at again.
Yeah, don't. Don't.
Because it may not be.
I'm doing rapid refund and like, hey man,
early.
Take these bands and here's some iced tea for you.
Let me tell you,
and I'm gonna just roll out.
A firm, is the place to be, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no, how you think I got my ECU?
Kid,
I'm still paying for that.
How you think I got this? Well, I won't go into it.
Yeah. Trade secret.
You already know.
No, but I was thinking about dropping a Skyline in there for her, but she might not be able to handle the speed.
Yo, to get an RB, at this time when R34s are now making their ways overseas, that was another thing we want to talk about. We're gonna have to shelf that for another show. You gentlemen got to come back.
Yeah,
but that's gonna be an interesting one, because what are the alternatives? Because all like the R34s are costing stupendous amounts of money.
Yeah.
We saw one in Brooklyn for 150,000 Bay Blue.
Yeah, it's a fact. Bayside Blue.
Bayside Blue, but now we're looking at the Porsche 911
GT3
for
150. So with 150, which one you got?
Where you going in that direction?
Porsche.
It never ceases to amaze me when y'all just throw out $100K like it's nothing. I'm still hunting around for something sub 10. And you're like, oh yeah, we could get this 50,000. We get this $100K. I'm like, yo, let me get some IC with that.
They putting up their houses and their clothing and what was it called? Life insurance.
That's a fact. Or they just going in them pensions. Yo, I won't retire until I'm 58 now.
Right.
So with that being said, Draco, we're gonna move on. We got some other things popping off. Draco, we got to get you up here too, man, because I want to hear way more about this project than we could ever say on the phone. Because it's a lot to it, and I really, because I see the pictures, I see the video, and it's actually inspiring, to be honest with you. The more I see, I'll be like, damn, what's wrong with the joint now? And when I'm watching you break it down, I'm like, oh boy, I think at this point I might have crashed the laptop. Like,
I'm telling you, 2024 is the CRX year. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
2024.
That's a definite.
If you gotta put down the Civic and do your thing, You have the parts. You got the space. You got the homies. What more you need?
I'm gonna tell you, it's very hard to, and shout to Damien because he said that. He said, "Yo, you're gonna have a hard time wanting to fix or do this project when you have such a functional animal over here." He wasn't lying. He wasn't. He's like, whenever you look over there, you see the CRX sitting there, but then you see the Type R right behind you like this. That's not a hard choice. But you're right though, Draco. And trust me, you got a lot of footage coming on that, man. I can pause. I can't wait.
Cool.
So with that being said, man, you know what it is. We're gonna move on. We got a little bit more show to do. We're gonna get up out of here. We got so much to do. I don't want to take up everybody's Saturday.
Oh, matter of fact,
Go to World Telethon, right?
Let's go telethon. We're gonna put the money.
Can I do one more shout out?
Let's go. Shout out.
Operator is standing by.
I like to make a shout out to Making It Look Cool, Kirk Remicky.
Let's go.
Okay.
Easy Black owned.
Let's go.
Family run. Real talk. You can check it out on milk.com.
Let's go.
Yeah, he had really cool fabric, really cool. It will last forever. I guarantee you. This is one of my mans from Canarsie, aka Brooklyn, aka The Floss. He is actually doing very well in his name brand. So please check his website out. And you can check out the Liddy ENT interview that we actually had with him.
Yo, I love how he cleaned it up. He said he was about to go wild, and he said, let me
reel it back
Pull
in.
back.
He upshifted and kept it moving. He didn't downshift and swing the tail out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said, nah, we gonna keep it clean. With that being said, you already know Draco. You know what it is. We definitely got to get you up here for that. And you know what it is, man. We appreciate you for tuning in this Saturday, man. Thank you.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
You know what it is.
Factory.
Peace. Later. All right, with that being said, man, we've reached our favorite part of the show. Everybody knows what it is. My man S.I Shawn.
Let's go.
It's time, so we get about the building. My favorite part, actually, because I'll be sitting back like, damn, I ain't even know that. But with that being said, here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
So this Legends of Auto Fiat is a little different.
Let's go.
You know, like the switching up every now and again. So right here, that I got my guys in the building right now. This is gonna partake us all, right? So right here, I want to talk about some of the smoothest, I want to say coolest manual cars of the 90s.
Let's
some
go.
of them, right? And I gotta start off. Dr. Phil and Wings over here was talking about it earlier. The Lamborghini Diablo.
Devil.
Oh boy.
Damn it, loco.
Diablo.
Yo, I gotta ask, what do y'all even think about? Think about that. Like
Bucket list.
What put that
bucket
up
list
there
car.
for y'all?
Bucket list car. 100%.
Yeah, it's
Lamborghini Diablo was probably the first car that I had on my wall as a poster. A lot of people it was the Countach.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a little bit younger, so Diablo.
Mine was a Diablo too.
Diablo.
Front, son.
That SC 30th anniversary edition in the red. Timeless.
So there's a guy that I was at a car show at in Baldwin, and he has one.
Ooh.
And he has the paperwork on it.
Ooh.
Don't go near it.
Of course not.
Look at it from afar.
That car ain't come with no AC, no power steering, nothing. That car was an animal.
It took after the Countach, like obviously it was the successor to the Countach.
Yes.
Came with the 5.7 liter V12 with the 5-speed manual. Really? That's a driver's car. I feel like that car is so engaging. I can imagine what the experience.
Can I say this much from how you described it? It sounds raw and raunchy, and it sounds like you're going to have a very not subtle night, but a very exciting night going into it.
No, absolutely. That's a very eventful drive. I can imagine what that's
you're getting out sweat.
Going to the grocery store is an ordeal.
You don't even want to get out and get the groceries.
No, you don't. You just want to drive through it.
Just keep going. Guided shift like this.
H-padding. Oh,
it's a very raunchy night. What can I say?
Nah, it's a fact. That sounds like definitely a wild night. Another one. The MK4 Supra. Twin turbo, Joe.
There you go. He's
talking about the classics.
Is that a car that's up on y'all Legends bucket list somewhere?
Absolutely.
I don't know about the bed one over here. Look at this. I don't know about him over there. I know Dr. Phil Wings over there.
Yo, you know what? I hear so much about this car. I will say this, however, though. We do have a guy that listens to our show that has one. And I remember he talked about one for years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he had a Cressida before that. And he, years. Yo, I'm going to get one. Years. And he got one. So I would say, I don't know if it's so much my bucket list, because when you sit in those kind of cars, what I realized with a lot of those cars, they like fighter jet material. Like you sitting there, it's like,
but
everything is turned.
But that's
to
what
you.
I'm saying. That's
Right.
what makes it so like out the ordinary, though. Son.
I don't know. My CRX, everything is pointed at me too, as small as it is.
I mean, that's pretty cool, though.
But I will say this, however, maybe not a bucket list car for me. Bucket list car.
I think something's wrong.
But I think
Shut
as far as wanting to drive one to see what it's really about, yes.
T-top.
Yeah, absolutely. T-top all the way.
T-top all day.
I think it's definitely an eventful drive too, because that was definitely one of the cars of that time that was really spectacular, though.
Yes,
with that crazy 2J.
Well, here's
outdo the RB. Yeah,
I watched them building the car and how much Toyota poured into the car, and that's why it really is funny. I feel like the Supra is cursed.
Yeah,
because the Supra is cursed because the amount of love and technology and R&D they put into it, they never get out of the sale ever.
Yeah.
Ever. From the MK3 that they did that with to the MK4 to the MK5. It's funny. None of them have really sold like that until they're out of here.
And that's why I think that what makes this car such a legend is that everything that went into it from a Toyota. And remember, Dr. Phil Wings, they don't notice already. The Supra was supposed to compete with the big wigs of the car industry. But people fronted because it was a Toyota, which baffled me.
It was underrated.
But
it was underrated.
You know what though?
Yeah, but it was like confusing. Like
Toyota was Little Mac from Mike Tyson Punch Out though. Like they may have been small, but they knocking out big ones. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but now here's the thing. Like Toyota had a different market, so I don't want to move the goalpost too far. Toyota had reliable. They didn't know for the luxury. That's why they made Lexus later on.
But that was the difference. See, to me, that's what gives them the one up. Because not only was they not out, they out here showing we could play ball and still
for real. That's
be
why I think
reliable.
like this car is like,
which is why the Land Cruiser and all these things are still worth money. You still gotta spend bread on that.
Yeah, it's a fact.
You're not just getting a 4Runner. You're not just getting. We saw what Marty was driving in Back to the Future.
Fact.
That Tacoma was fire.
Yeah, that shit was this.
That black Tacoma was
with the
fire with that. The hella fog lights on.
That was this.
And it was a 5-speed.
So we legend by far. But because it's coming from and we already know that's how it goes, you know, for the masses.
But that's my problem with the whole car industry. Like, why it got to be like a Beamer or a Benz or something crazy to be like, you know what? I'd rather spend the money on that. Why?
Because it's Gucci, Fendi, Prada, bro.
Type of deal. You think something like that?
So I think it sounds like that because at the end of the day, we all remember Old Navy Tech pants. We all remember Old Navy Tech pants. We all remember Old Navy Tech vests. Real talk. If we haven't grown up, we have grown wide. So we all know as men.
We grow wide. You are because I know we gotta get out of here.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it quick. As men, we wear stuff until it has holes in it.
Damn, don't let my wife hear that because she's like, yo, son, you gotta let them jogging pants go.
Watch your mouth.
I'm rocking them in the crib.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I use them when I'm fixing the car.
I'm holding on to them.
That's a fact. But with that being said, by far, legend.
Absolutely. I got one more before we get up out of here. I feel like this one is so like underrated and you know people don't really talk about them too much. Is the FD Mazda RX-7. I feel like
don't
that car,
mention that car.
I feel like that car don't get no love. That's a legend.
I think
that car gets plenty of love.
Nah,
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
So. I do not think. I'm talking about when I'm scrolling, I'm looking for things. You know, Rally Radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no RX-7s out there.
They're out there.
Ain't that many of them left.
They're out there.
Dudes did all sorts of wild junk to the RX-7s to this day.
They definitely took.
There's a whole bunch.
Dr. Phil.
There's a whole bunch of them in Richmond Hill and South Ozone Park in people's backyards under covers.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that car, twin turbo rotary.
Yo, listen, I don't like to be reminded of that because Dr. Phil knows at the time I could have traded my supercharged Maxima for a baseline CRX-7.
Wow.
It's a good thing I told him not to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
But you know what though? It does happen. And I will say this to me, in my book, the road, like you said, the rooter to the tutor, kid. You've seen them take the engines out, put the engines back in. You done seen them rear 3-rotor. You done seen them do case swaps.
I'm telling you, son.
Like, you done seen so it's like it's very hard. It's very hard. Like they haven't probably shown the stock form love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that is,
and that's always what I'm aiming at, is the stock form of the car.
The original
7, I'm importing one.
The original design, the original design was made from an army vet. From at the time army jet plane that was one of the fastest in the world at that time.
Oh boy. With that being said,
yes.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
With that being said, that was tremendous Legends of Auto, in my opinion.
Let's go.
Pointing out that a lot of these cars were manual, bro. Like, don't get in there looking for the pause. You ready for this? Don't look. I was about to say something reckless. Don't get in there looking for the reverse.
Damn,
we ain't looking for the P or the D. Pause. Negative. But with that being said, we're gonna move right on to the next segment.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right. With that being said, you know how we get down. We always talking about. I love this segment as well. Michael Jordan. First off, if nobody knew, Michael Jordan was a car savant himself. He loved rare vehicles.
He loved Porsches. He had a thing for Porsches.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had a thing for BMWs too. Michael Jordan's BMW 850i is up for auction on Bring a Trailer. The 850i, this 850i is a V12 manual.
Oh no! Does it come with his autograph on it? Because that's going to cost more.
I tell you what, it doesn't come with his autograph, but the license plate says M Air J. I think that's enough. I think
that's a signature to me.
So besides being a must watch for any basketball fan, we already know that The Last Dance is a car spotter's dream. That's a fact. Because you watched him pull into Chicago Stadium, he pulled in there with some V's.
Yeah.
But particularly, it's a chance to own a V12 powered piece of that legend. Up for auction is a 1991 BMW 850i that was owned by Michael Jordan. Even better, this BMW proves that Air Jordan was a true car guy. He ended up owning a motorcycle race team. Everybody knows about that, right?
Damn.
And it is actually a V12 with a 6-speed manual.
That is,
and that's all I'm gonna say because I see S.I Shawn is over there.
The newest and freshest. Modifications.
Even when you get the title, it's gonna have a signature on one way or another.
Sure.
One way or another.
They're gonna be like, yo, it belonged to past owners.
Yo.
Yeah. And look at the interiors. Oh my God, it was tan with a black steering wheel with the manual shift.
Oh man.
Don't get it twisted. Shout to MJ for being a true car guy. And with that being said, we have reached the end of the show, but we got one more thing we're gonna go through.
It's yours here.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
So with this one right here in particular, we're going to, I hate to do it, but we got to kick dirt on Acura.
Damn. On the Acura?
Acura sold 5 NSX supercars in 2023, and there's still a few left for sale. This was supposed to be the swan song for the Acura NSX. We all know that car was highly sought after. Not necessarily this version,
not the second,
but the version prior, from 91 on down to about 2001,
3 or something like that,
when they made the last one. NSX Type R to be more exact. That's the one that you really want. But these
Acura, or the Type S. I'll do the Type S.
This Acura NSX was actually, I believe, from 2013 to about 2022. They had made them, but they didn't sell a lot of them.
No.
And now, it looks like they still got some left over. And you know why they got some left over? Because there's no way you're going to take away the manual shift and charge me another 60 grand for the car. It's not happening. And every time we turn around, we see the buyers telling you what they will and won't pay for. They don't want to pay for these EVs. The people who want them have them. And we do want manual because when the cars are not manual, they don't sell, i.e. the Toyota Supra. So with that being said, Acura.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Hate to say it, but you already know what it is. So with that being said, you already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
And shout to my man, Dr. Phil. And Wings in the building.
Let's go.
AKA, he brought the iced tea, y'all, just to let y'all know. But we're going to talk to management about that. So with that being said,
yeah.
Any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Nah, not really. I'm good, man.
Let's go. Man, all know one nothing.
Who, me?
Let's go. Let's go, Wings. What you got?
Once again, shout out to Kurt Wimmicky, making it look cool. Check out the website. Got some good clothing over there. Got some good threads over there. Respectfully. And respectfully, yo, if you ever want to smell good, holla at my boy King's Liddy, aka King Fragrance on IG. Okay. Right now, I'm smelling like Iris Tweed and yo, Dr. Lee, what you smelling like right now?
I don't worry about that.
Oh, is it?
I don't give away my trade secrets.
Oh,
I'm one of those kind of guys. I walk past you smelling like money, and you try to want to, what's that?
I woke up like
it's my scent.
That's it, right?
Personal.
It's my scent.
It's my musk.
Yo,
so
both of y'all.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So respectfully, if you want to smell good, have your lady smelling good, please check out King's Fragrance on IG.
Mm-hmm.
Respectfully, and he is one of the newest Liddy members, and we're teaching him.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's what it is right there.
Yeah, S.I Shawn, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
I just want to appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us.
Let's go.
2 special guests. We appreciate y'all pulling up, showing the love. That's what it is.
That's what I'm talking
about.
Yo,
and not for nothing, yo, everybody out there in Rally Radio land, tell your friend, tell a friend, tell a cousin, man.
Let's go.
Let them know those 2 guys out here trying to do their thing. They working on it. And stay tuned.
Let's go. So with that being said, it's the bearded one here. Shout to everybody who tuned in, paid attention, who rocked with us today. Shout to Miller Time NYC.
Let's go.
Shout to Dr. Phil. Shout to my guy Wings who came through with the milk hoodie with the iced tea that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Shout to everybody who rocked with us. Shout to Tamara Crystal Jade, who was the first timer that came through to check in. Shout to my guy Val. Shout to my guy Seneca. Shout to everybody who tuned in. Marlon, resident Toyota guy D Nice. You already know what it is. Sales tuning in from the pool. Corey Bradford said, I need one of them hoodies. We gonna put it up there so you know where to find them. What was the name of that hoodie? One more time, kid.
Making it look cool.
Making it look cool. Don't forget to look for them on the gram.
On the gram, on the website. They got TikTok. They're on every platform.
Let's go. So with that being said, you already know what it is. We appreciate all of y'all for tuning in. And until next week, we
are
out.
Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.